Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I don't see the Thifu Tower.
I don't see a Thifu Tower. And you're like, good, there is no Thifu Tower here.
No Thifu Tower.
There's no Thifu Tower. and now, see, here's a conversation I would have had with my family on the way over. I would have said, you're going to get so much heat for this. The Thifu Tower. He has kind of a little Mike Tyson sound to him, does he not?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
An Italian Mike Tyson. I don't have the Thifu Tower.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love
Broadcast
Sponge
rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of your listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is strictly prohibited.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Welcome, Monday, March 20th, the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. We're spreading them wide like the sluts that we are. We used to just be on Twitch, then they go out till Friday, and they threw us off. And dear Twitch, choke on my woke, bitch. All because of Dan's hella killer joke. Jesus. So, you know what? Anytime you face adversity, it either makes you weaker or it potentially can make you stronger. It makes you do things that you normally may not have done. You get comfortable. You're like, oh, I'm comfortable here. Everything's going good. Oh, the rug just got pulled out from underneath me. I need to get into survival mode. And so we've now listen. So in full disclosure, we've been talking about Rumble for a while. Blitz actually, God bless his little soul, set up something quite a while ago where that everything that we posted up on YouTube has been going to Rumble. So if you're not familiar with Rumble, we've been kind of testing the Rumble waters out, so to speak, and
for a few months.
Yeah, for a while. Like, if you go there now, like, there's just not two people. There's a lot of content. The only problem we have is we have two accounts.
Yeah.
So we're trying to pick the larger of the two. If you search
the one without spaces.
Yeah.
Oh,
when you
really?
go to rumble.com, type in the Bubba Army, no spaces. Now we have two accounts. One has significantly more than the other, and that is the one with no spaces, the Bubba Army. Now, so go join Rumble. It doesn't cost anything. And you can watch the show just like you used to watch it on Twitch. We also, since we're not on Twitch anymore, our agreement with Twitch is that they have the exclusive for a day. That's why we couldn't ever do Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Right. Well, now with Rumble says we don't have an exclusive smooshes. So we're on YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble all at the same time. Now, we're asking you to, as you fund the show, for those that like to give, let's go ahead and stick with the Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. You get more for your money, and we get more for your money. So keep doing it that way. We can keep it off of these. We don't need any. I think it's YouTube. They kill you. Does YouTube kill you? Or?
Yeah.
Actually, the worst was Twitch, wasn't it? Chris
No,
Spearman, 25.
I think YouTube is worse.
Chris Spearman, 25 on the Cash App. Thank you so much.
Because the problem is, at least with Twitch, like anything anyone sends us, we get all of that. YouTube, they'll send us, and then YouTube takes half off of that.
Yeah, Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo, all at the Bubba Army, and then Zelle is Zelle at thebubbaarmy.com, and it goes right to the main vein. We're main veining it. So anyway, it looks like I'm looking at Rumble right now.
Looks fun.
And it looks, although I think maybe we need to work with on our settings. Everything looks a little dark, and I look like I went out with no sunscrene this weekend.
It's fun. You look a little red in the video here.
Yeah, it might be my computer. At the end of the day, maybe mine. Yeah, everything looks. It looks very much like Twitch. Does
As
it not?
It should be. I mean, it should look pretty much the same.
And it looks a lot clearer too. I know Blitz was telling me that
Yeah,
on Friday.
I think it
I'm
does
looking
as
at
well.
both of them on my screen, and you can tell a difference on the Rumble.
Now, how many
Better
people?
resolution.
Yeah, 383 on Rumble right now,
And again, you
383 people.
and 335
Where
on
do, you,
YouTube.
where do you see the 383 at?
Right below our picture. If you scroll down a little bit, you should be able to see it right there
Where?
in the red.
In the red.
Oh, why isn't yours showing yours?
Ah.
Because mine shows it right there. Instead of where you see live stream begins at 6 a.m., mine already has 4:08.
Oh, maybe I should refresh mine. I'm on our main account.
Oh yeah, see now you can see it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, 417.
417.
Yeah.
This is 411 right now.
And here's the thing, man. Rumble is based out. Well, their U.S. headquarters, nonetheless, are in Longboat Key.
Mm-hmm.
And and they're aggressively seeking people to defect from Twitch over to them. And one of their big Dan Bonagino and Russell Brand are some of their big guys.
And I like both of those guys. I like Dan Bonagino because he's unafraid of anything right now. And Russell Brand's message is really an inclusive message, contrary
People
to
don't
mine.
realize, but hold on. People don't realize he's not only an actor, but he's pretty brilliant. Like,
No.
he's
super smart.
He's brilliant. You don't understand, Bubba. It takes such intelligence to dominate a very complex, multi-person conversation. And if you see him interviewed in almost any single interview, he's one of the few people, kind of like Howard Stern, when he gets into a room, he owns the room. He takes over the room. He controls the interview. He's brilliant.
He's
super articulate.
He is
He used to be addicted to like crack and heroin.
Yeah, he was a big druggie.
Yeah,
Really?
and people like to bring that up almost. I mean, right now you guys are not bringing up kind of dog him. You're bringing it up as a contrast.
Yeah.
But people love when they interview him to try to minimize him on the front side, talking about his past drug accolades or the fact that he's just an actor or just a comedian.
Oh, no way.
He is the smartest guy in the room in almost every single room
Pretty
he
much.
walks
I've been
into.
back and watching. And
Yeah,
I'm
despite
very-
all those things.
I'm very familiar with his acting, and I'm familiar with his stand-up.
He's goofy a little bit.
But I
He's
kind of, as I
eccentric.
was digging into Rumble this weekend, I spent a lot of time on Rumble, and I got to kind of watching Russell Brand long form on some of his interviews.
good, isn't he?
Oh my God!
He's
He's-
incredible. I
he's-
watched a lot of him actually because the left has completely abandoned him. So you'll find him on places like, well, actually, so is Bill Maher, so they kind of get along, and then you'll see him on the Rubin Report and things like that, and on Tucker. He was on Tucker.
He just did a special on Tucker.
Yeah.
Donkey Teeth, $9.99 super chat.
Thank you. Now, are you seeing these? Are you Mike Thurlman at $19.99? Did you see that? Brian from Philly, $20. Bright Farm. Did you miss all those, lover?
From where? Where are those at?
On Rumble?
Oh no, those are old.
Those are old.
Yeah,
Those are
Donkey
old.
Teeth's the newest one
How can they be old if we've never been on here before?
because that's just the It's the same screen that you see.
Oh,
on,
it's
ours.
leftovers from Stream Mates / last Friday.
Oh, yeah, those are old. Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right. See, you didn't think I'd be able to figure it out, but I did.
Those are all people that gave during the Off the Rails show.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Douglas Pearson, $25 PayPal.
So is Donkey Teeth our very first person on
No,
Rumble?
that's
That was
on
on YouTube.
Donkey Teeth's on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So the Donkey Teeth $9.99 that I see on my Rumble is a holdover from the Rails.
And not
no,
related
Donkey
to this.
Teeth just gave it on super chat on YouTube.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You're gonna see all the stuff is gonna be either
Dan,
probably YouTube.
I'm just going to shut up. So what comes on my screen over here on the left, can you see it, Lummy?
Yep.
And I got it there?
On the video itself.
Yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean it came from Rumble. It means it just came from within our world.
Correct.
Perfect.
And for the most part, YouTube.
I love
Because
that.
Rumble alerts are not set up on that yet.
Yeah. So anyway, listen, you can always go PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. And all we really need is a platform to visually be able for you to see the show. Now, audibly, there's several different ways. Audibly, our world doesn't change. Our world does not change audibly. You're still going to hear us in Phoenix. You're still going to hear us on 98 Rock in Charleston. You're still going to hear us on Florida Man Radio in Orlando and Fort Walton Beach. You're still going to hear us in Melbourne. You're still going to hear us in Tampa. Nothing changes. You're still going to hear us if you're an Audible-only guy on BubbaArmyRadio.com. You're still going to hear us on TuneIn. You're still going to hear us on the Bubba Army app. If you go get, that, none of that changes. But visually, there are, anywhere between, I'd say 1,200 and 2,000 people a day. A show, I should say. It goes on to aggregate more viewers as the day goes on, as people, watch the show a lot of people can't catch the show live, so they'll go back and watch it. Well, now we've added a new crinkle to that, and we have, let's in full disclosure be honest, Friday, and it always seems, Blitz, to me that the San Francisco Twitchers, that they always do it about noon their time. Noon or 1 o'clock their times. It's about when it always happens.
Mm-hmm.
Friday at like 1 o'clock San Francisco time, 4 o'clock our time.
Right before they're ready to head home.
Yeah.
Right before you can right at the time when you can't do anything about it.
Right. And then they just ban you. They tell you, first of all, you can't, people go to the channel and it's no longer there.
Right.
And then it starts trickling down to us through various forms. And we're suspended for yet another. Now, we just got off a 14-day suspension, and we don't know what that was about. We think it might have been, we were talking about people, transgender people, and we were talking about people making the trek, young people making the trek from one to another. And I think this one was on me. But we had Dan in there as well as a doctor to testify. I think I said, hey, doesn't matter how old you are. If you're younger and you're Kevin and you'd like to be Karen, and you want to wear lipstick and earrings and all, and that's great. And identify as Karen, that's great. That's on you. And if you're Karen and you want to be Ken and you'd like to start being a boy, then that's fine. I have no problem with that. If you want people to address you as such, great, no problem. But before you start doing genitalia surgery, where you're changing your actual genitalia, you should have to be an adult, because this is a very big decision. They are very drastic surgeries, and sometimes how you feel when you're 19 isn't how you felt when you were 12, and you were trying to be different and find your own way. And so, you should just have to be an adult in order to make major surgery changes. That's what I said.
And Bubba, we're talking about a very highly controversial, very interesting topic that there's a lot of discussion to be had about. Just like the abortion question. There's a lot of people on one side, there's a lot of people on the other side, and it's, it's an interesting conversation.
Yeah, and
we should be able to have a similar interesting conversation, an intelligent conversation about both sides of the controversy.
Now, we know in Twitch that they're very woke. They're so woke. It's the wokest thing I've ever seen. And we knew, and we tread lightly. We tread lightly over there when it comes to transgender, when it comes to other things. We just tread lightly because we know that's their little niche that they really, really get upset about. So that was, we were just having a conversation. In a million years, I don't understand how that could be a problem. When you say, hey, do what you want, identify however you want, just before you go making some huge, non-reversible changes to your body and to your genitalia. And we had a doctor here to talk about, how just major of a surgery these are, that you should probably just have to be an adult. That's it. Boom, 14-day suspension, appeal it all you want. Listen, not only did they not even, so that was like in the middle of, what was that, in the middle of February?
Early March.
No.
It was February because the Bubba 199 was canceled.
Yeah, it was the last couple weeks of February. So, boom, you're done, 14 days, you're done. We appeal it? No, not even. Then I email somebody very high up. Blitz emails somebody really high up.
You made him quit.
And we didn't get clear to that level, but we got pretty high up nonetheless. And about our concerns, explaining our channel, explaining the amount of revenue we've generated for them and us, explaining, we've been with you for almost 6 years now. We are regarded as one of the top terrestrial radio shows in the world that also is available on Twitch. In fact, a lot of Twitch agents and things like that when they've got a hold of iHeart and Beasley and Cox and Audacity and Cumulus while trying to get these sports shows and other terrestrial-based radio programs to be on Twitch as well, like we are, both audibly on, Florida Man Radio and visually on Twitch. Twitch has used us as the example. They have gone to, and the reason why I know this is because BJ, Blitz BJ, a Twitch rep came in to talk to Audacity Denver, and they were talking about the sports, the classic rock, BJ's Alice, and how they can camera it all up and, basically broadcast the show much like us. And they, in their pitch, said, we have a morning guy from Tampa named Bubba the Love Sponge. The channel is called The Bubba Army, and he does X amount of dollars a year. Actually had a number that they gave. And all these guys are like, what? And BJ goes, hey, I know that guy. So Twitch has, used us in an example of how terrestrial radio can do both. And so, but they just don't care. And it's my understanding that Twitch, Amazon bought Twitch, Blitz in 12 or 8 or 9 or 13 or something like that for $980 million. It was called Justin TV before. And bought it for $980. And, by the way, the Twitch...
And not $980, by the way.
$980 million.
Yeah, I think it was $990 million, but yeah.
Jeff Bezos only deals in millions, so $9 is equal. $9 is $9 million to Jeff Bezos. So $980, $990. It was reported. I think when Twitch was sold to Amazon, it was reported as nearly $1 billion.
Yes.
It was very close to $1 billion.
Raymond, $50 cash PayPal.
Thank you, buddy. And it's been losing money. There's massive defections, and we're going to probably be one of the latest defections. Now, we may not settle on Rumble. There's a couple other ones we're looking at too.
Yep.
And all of which we're going to have unless we get a really good deal from either Rumble or a couple other ones, we're not giving anybody the exclusive anymore. We're going to spread like sluts, and we're going to be on YouTube, and we're going to be the live show will be on Facebook, and it'll be on Rumble, and it could be in a couple other places. And so we are aggressively doing Rumble right now to get their attention, and so we would prefer, if you could, go sign up for a Rumble account. It's Rumble, RUMBLE.com. Go to the sign up deal, and actually, if you want to go to our Facebook page and use in my description, there's a click. Blitz, would it be rumble.com/The Bubba Army? If you were to sign up
right now, no.
Nope. So anyway.
But you got to make sure there's no spaces, because if you could do the one with spaces, you end up in, not where you want to be.
Well, we have two accounts, one with spaces and one with non-spaces. We don't know how that happened, but nonetheless, if you merge the two numbers, I think we're over 1,000 followers already, which is, I think, pretty damn good. Yeah. How many are watching us now? 625? Something
yes.
Yeah, 629.
Do you think we could get over 1,000 today on Rumble? The one thing about Rumble is, I will tell you this, they really let you speak your mind over here.
They sure do.
They really do.
You can say anything.
Don't forget that we're not only on Rumble.
No, yeah, we're on 2 other places too. Yeah, right.
That doesn't let you speak your mind still.
Right.
So.
YouTube and Facebook aren't quite as cool as Rumble, which might mean we do our after shows only on Rumble.
Could be.
Interesting.
That could be Blitz. What we could do is, what? Facebook, YouTube gets the PG terrestrial show.
Yep.
And Rumble gets it too.
Yeah, we're still tweaking what we're going to do. And we might, there's, like you said earlier, there's other sites we're looking at too. So.
Right. There's this one site that Blitz has got a hold of. I'm not going to mention it right now, but they are, listen, Blitz and I have a couple insiders on Twitch. And supposedly there's this one site, I'm not getting into it, that Twitch, the inner Twitch people, are freaked out over this place.
Another platform?
You're familiar with it?
No, I'm just saying it's another platform.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's almost identical to Twitch, and a lot of people are defecting. One big Twitch guy defected in December already, and there's more defectors.
Well, a lot have, yeah.
Yeah. There was one real sexy one that But anyway, it's going to be interesting. Blitz, when you file your appeal, do they always get back to you?
Nope.
No, they very rarely do. So
I did it about 10 minutes after it happened and have not heard back yet. Although I'm expecting to today or tomorrow. But
and by the way, I should actually maybe put up on the screen what their explanation is when they let you know why they suspended you. Was it hate speech? Hate speech on a protected class of people. Well, isn't everybody protected?
nope.
Nope, but apparently there are some groups that are protected that we did not know were protected.
Like blind people that are dead.
Yeah.
Blind people that are dead.
Or people living on the other side of the world.
Or Chinese. That's it. Chinese or Helen Keller. That was one of the two fleeting things we said that potentially got us banned for 14 additional days on Twitch. And what Twitch doesn't realize is that we got people that are, I guarantee that Rumble's going to get 52 complaints about us today.
Mm-hmm.
We got people that do nothing but watch our show, former employees, current competition, that don't want to see us do well, that think that they successfully got us off terrestrial, the big FM sexy signal in town, and that when we continue to thrive on other avenues, that's not good. They don't want us to succeed.
I wonder if their complaint hotline has like someone that cuts a promo on the caller. Wouldn't that be great?
No, their complaint hotline is who? Bubba the Love Sponge? Okay, let's go. You know what? Yes, you're right. Making fun of Helen Keller's bad.
Bad boy.
Saying, filthy Chinese is bad. And what about us talking about filthy Chinese food? I mean, what? That's bad. Oh, yes, we're going to go ahead and suspend them for 14 days. They just got off a 14-day suspension for talking about transgendering people having to be 18 to have surgery. Whoa, shocking. That's bad. Making fun of a protected class.
Not even making fun, man. It's establishing a position that's not that controversial, and a couple years ago would have been the standard.
Here's what's crazy is that I can say more things on for the most part on FCC on the FCC governed terrestrial radio. If I was Florida Man Radio, the Rattler, the Big Ape, all the places that were heard terrestrially, none of those people had a problem with me talking about transgender people waiting till they were 18 to get a surgery. We didn't get an NAL, notice of liability, from the FCC. There's no problems there. It's common sense. It's adults speaking about a pop culturally sensitive topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we certainly got our ass banned from Twitch. It seems like Twitch has just become hot tub chicks and gamers. And here's what I don't understand. If you go to Twitch and you watch it, to me, it seems like they really are hurting Blitz, because I used to get like a Toyota commercial, or I would get kind of a commercial that might be skewing towards like a 34-year-old man.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm getting things that like maybe kids might want.
Bubblegum and Captain Crunch?
Because their demographics, are kids, boys that are watching gaming and love to watch chicks write their names across their boobs in a hot tub.
Mikhail Funk, $25 PayPal.
What's that? Who's that?
Mikhail Funk.
25 with a PayPal?
Yep.
I haven't even looked at my phone for the latest other potential. None on Cash App or PayPal or.
There were a few over the weekend, I believe.
Were there? I'll check. But it seems like when we got in 2017, in October of 2017, when we first started having a conversation with Twitch, and we had a rep, and they were like, listen, one of the reasons why we'll give you instantaneously partner status is because we're interested in diversifying Twitch to not only continuing to super serve the teenagers that want to game and play Fortnite and all that, but we want to diversify into a little bit of an adult have an adult niche too.
Mm-hmm.
We want talk shows. We want, cooking shows. We want all that. And if you notice, Blitzman, there used to be a lot of all of that on Twitch, and all of it's gone.
Yep.
You don't see, like, you used to be able to go in there and watch a chick, like, cook up a chicken breast with a rice chaser. Nope. There's none of that. That's been substitute with some hot chick pushing her boobs together, writing little Johnny McGillicuddy's name across her cleavage, and that's what it's turned into.
That's the highlight on Twitch now.
Yeah. So Rumble is a Twitch, I don't want to say clone, but as far as
it's more of a YouTube clone, really.
Yeah, but they are very, very, very lenient on topics that normally the woke left will get you canceled for. And so I got to tell you right now, everything we've been canceled, in my opinion, everything we've been suspended for on Twitch, which has been 4 or 5 different times, I got to think almost none of those would have been suspended on Rumble.
0.
I don't know. Janessa in super tight yoga pants playing Twitch,
Twister?
Twister. I don't know where Rumble stands on that. That could have been a strike. By the way, special announcement, Anna. Bubba 199 will be exclusively on Rumble this Friday night.
Excellent.
So Bubba 199 this Friday does not change. We will ask you to, instead of doing bits or however they do the money part on Rumble, we'll just ask you to go PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. That's it. And we're gonna have, so Anna, your DJ,
I'm ready.
Your DJ skills, along with my little 3-track for you to go TT, will happen. Bubba 199 will happen on Rumble this Friday night, 8:00. So that'll be kind of cool.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited for that. I'm also excited to see if we could get over 1,000 people on Rumble today.
Getting close.
So if you're listening to us terrestrially or where you're trying to figure out this Rumble deal, go to rumble.com. Sign up and look for the Bubba Army, no spaces, and follow us. It doesn't cost. Blitz, I think it's free.
Correct. It costs nothing to sign up and follow.
Right. It costs nothing to sign up to follow. So do that for us, and we appreciate it. And maybe this is what we might be here long term. I'm so mad at Twitch right now. I'm so mad. We've been with them for almost 6 years.
Natalie McClendon, $100 cash PayPal.
That was over the weekend.
Michael Schumacher, $50 Zelle. Brian Payne, $10 Zelle. Scout Big Gulp Hall of Famers, $20 Zelle.
That was all over the weekend. Thank you.
In the show prep, Bubba, we talked about the CEO resigning and some of the other people resigning in the management of Twitch. Is it just like rats jumping off the ship?
I think
that's Amazon in general.
I think that Twitch is losing. This is my opinion. That Twitch is losing so much money, and they are figuring out somebody in the Amazon world who probably oversees Twitch, but's not the CEO or president, but he's within the Amazon world of all of Jeff Bezos's holdings. And this is strictly my opinion. Blitz, if you know more, pray tell. But I'm assuming that Amazon globally, it has hard telling how. Hell, let me ask old girl. Hey, Alexa, how many subsidiaries does Amazon have?
I'm having trouble hearing.
Yeah.
Can you say that again?
How many different companies does Amazon own?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Amazon owns more than 100 companies across a variety of market sectors including tech, groceries, media and medicine. Some of these companies include Whole Foods Market, Zappos, Kiva Systems, PillPack Incorporated, IMDb, Twitch Interactive, MGM Holdings, Ring, Audible, Woot, Goodreads, and Book Depository.
Sorry, I asked it. So anyway, don't you think, Blitz, that Bezos probably has maybe 2 or 3 or 4 dudes that overlook the bottom line of all of those guys?
Well, yeah. So Amazon has a newer CEO, and a lot of the top CEOs of all the subsidiaries have jumped ship lately.
Right, because he's cleaning house
basically
on these guys. So the former president Dan Clancy, who's been with Twitch for a while, who quite honestly looks like more of a dude we would get along with. He kind of looks. He used to live in Florida and work at NASA and he has a
cool.
cowboy hat on. He kind of looks like, he just kind of. I don't know if they have a picture of him here or not. But he's now the new president of Twitch. Maybe because Twitch has lost so much money and have become so woke that I don't know that woke makes money. I don't know if being woke makes money. Right? Like, I got to think.
Being a woke type charity makes money. You know what I mean? Being a woke cause can sometimes draw money.
Here's the new president.
He looks awesome.
This dude right here of Twitch. Now, maybe I can get along with that dude.
Looks like you can.
The old dude who's been there. By the way, the CEO that just got thrown out, he was one of the original guys that were there during the acquisition, and he's the last one left. He's the last one left. So maybe Blitz, they're like, listen, we have to get rid of all these people that were here from the beginning. This is the last one who's now the CEO. Twitch needs a facelift. Twitch needs, to stop canceling or suspending some of their big, streamers for woke stuff. Now, I know that, this is very selfish of me, and it's, all about me, but this is one of my, Twitch was one of my major, monetization platforms, nonetheless, to keep my business alive. And, I just feel as if we didn't make that big of a mistake to be. Now, had this been the first 14-day suspension we'd been given this fiscal year, okay, it would be a little bit more digestible. But we just got done getting in trouble over stupid stuff. And, Amaruth, and I'm a big fan, she showed her complete vagina one time. And it was originally supposed to be like a 30-day suspension, and Blitz, what it get whittled down to like 5 days?
Just a few days, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like they arbitrarily just don't have a set of rules. And then, Blitz, if you could send me that description that they sent us, and I could potentially display it if you think
we
it would.
can, but they advised against it, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, then if
They advised against showing
they will hold any of that against you in the future.
Did you show them the letter?
Yes. Legally, you could do what you want.
No.
They will punish you for it if you do.
All right, here's the deal. Will they punish me if I just audibly read it?
Yes.
So
you're not supposed to talk about it, say why you're banned or anything. They don't want that at all.
Yeah, but if this doesn't sound like a bunch of crap.
I mean, it is. That's just how they play ball.
Well, maybe that's why the CEO just got fired.
Bubba, the thing that irritated me
about
Twitch,
lack of transparency.
Right.
Go ahead.
The thing that irritated me about Twitch over the last year and a half is that, the front page, not front page, promoting us, not promoting us. When we had especially when Twitch was at its hottest, there was this, when we would be on that front page, you'd immediately jump up to like 4,000, 5,000 people. 8,000 people, and then they refused to put you on the front page, even though you were making them money as well.
Well, here's the deal.
They refused to promote you, and that was irritating
Blitz
to
and
me.
I can tell you that the front page thing is an absolute shakedown. It is an absolute. There's 4 or 5 or 6 people in Twitch that have their favorites. One day, me and Blitz, just for shiz and grins, would go and watch this one Asian girl, who was attractive, by the way, and she would play the keyboards. And she was on the front page for 50 out of 60 days in a row.
See, that's ridiculous.
Well, hold on. Remember when we looked one day randomly last week, and out of the 8 people, 2 of them weren't even live.
Yeah, 2 of them weren't even live.
You click on their thing on the front page, and it was like, oh, stream ended.
Blank. And
stream ended. Check back later.
We have begged Twitch.
You've been their stepchild.
We've begged them, saying, hey, we've been with you guys 6 years. We've made you guys a lot over $1 million. Well over $1 million. You guys, we've made you guys that. Well over $1 million. And we're within the terrestrial world, your number one show in the world. as far as a terrestrial radio show being broadcast, not only terrestrially, but also the same time visually on Twitch. We're your number one show there. And can we get some front page time? Now, we used to be on the front page every Tuesday. It was a lock-in.
Right.
And then people have changed. Reps have changed. People have gotten fired. People have been replaced. And we then lost our front page every Tuesday at 6 a.m. status. So Blitz and I have a rep. We talked to him. He's like, I might be able to get you back. So they've sprinkled it in probably a total of maybe 5 times over the last 2 years.
Yes, it's been that little.
Yeah.
5 times.
Maybe 8.
Maybe.
Let's call it 10.
No, let's not. Let's call it 5 or 6.
No, let's call it 10 because I think we got 2 weeks. I think we got 2 different times for 1 week.
The last time it was, hey, good news. I got you guys for the front page a few times. By the way, I'm quitting you. And so you'll be on the front page.
So we had this rep. He was a great guy. But he was like, hey, I just want to let you know, I got you on the front page for like every Tuesday from 6 until 8 for a month. We're like, oh, great, man. Thanks. Oh, by the way, they're Amazon and Twitch are cutting back on shows that have reps. And my rep roster has been cut in half. And I am no longer repping you.
Yeah, so don't email me.
So don't email me. I'm like, oh, okay, well, do we have a new rep? No, you're not having a new rep.
So you've been stepchild status for them for 2 years now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, even when we had reps, I
would just really, and here's the thing: when we get unsuspended from Twitch, I'm going back over there because I got some stuff to say. I got some stuff to promote. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, Twitch, how you doing? We're back. Don't forget, Bubba 199 this Friday will be on Rumble. So anyway, I think this is going to end up being a good thing for us. I really do. And I know that our after shows that we're gonna put up on Rumble, and we're gonna be able to be a little bit more like Anna. You certainly can be more wide open on how you talk.
Perfect.
On how you talk.
That's certainly necessary.
You can conspiracy it out like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, yeah, that's what Rumble's all about.
Dan, you too, man. You could have, and I'm going to have to be careful here, but you could have gone like, my name's Dr. Dan Diaco, and I'm going to tell you how I treated COVID. I did a bam, bam, bam with a bam, 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 and then I threw a bam, bam, bam on top of that, and bam, 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 bam. And I think that COVID is ridiculous.
Woo! I agree. Can't wait.
Right, Blitz? We could have said that on Rumble.
Yes.
Dan's like,
I've seen ads on Rumble for the stuff that Dan was promoting.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have it on their front page most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
The main page.
All of that.
But we're not going to say it because of the other platforms.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't want to step on the landmine.
No, Danny.
Be very careful.
That's why I did a pam for the pam.
Right.
Can you imagine if YouTube called up and said, "Listen, we're suspending you because you guys would set a pam with a pam, and we know what you meant with a pam."
Well, at least they told us why.
I would appreciate that. Dear YouTube, when you suspend me for saying pam, thank you for giving me an example.
We get our first Rumble money.
Our very first Rumble donation.
$24, rant.
Now, usually we have a $10 threshold, but since you didn't know that, Dixon's 24, we'll take you with 5, and you're the first one in ever on the Riz Humble.
Crazy enough, before all this happened, just on a whim, Thursday's after show was live on Rumble without you even knowing, and so was Friday's after show. And me and Lummy were hoping for a cheer, but we did it without promoting it at all, and had nothing to do with what Twitch was had nothing to do with any of that. We just wanted to test it out.
We had 30, 40 people watching after show.
Yeah. You got 900 now.
Man, we're gonna hit 1,000. I promise you. And then somebody at Rumble, which is based out of Longboat Key, just a few miles down here, be like, man, Bubba the Love Sponge. He's over on Rumble now. Mm-hmm. Somebody reach out to him. Maybe I can at least get her free lunch out of the deal.
Oh,
right.
Maybe promote it. Hey, is that another Dixon 24? He said, I'll make another 5 to make it 10.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, my friend. Let me do some words. I did a lot of nothing, but did a lot of stuff over the weekend.
Did you go to a restaurant?
Yes.
Oh.
And there's a story about that.
Oh, can't wait.
Oh.
Dan, I got to tell you, your Zempic stuff. It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And so I'm going to open up with that when I come back, because I really got some questions for you. Okay.
Okay.
Because I don't think people know, and it's this Zempic stuff that I'm on through Dan's office. But by the way, anybody, and again, Dan's even said, man, if you're that girl that like needs to lose that 12 pounds that you just can't get rid of, that baby weight,
drinking too much,
or whatever,
right.
whatever. This isn't for a guy like me that's morbidly obese and needs to lose 82 pounds.
You're not morbidly obese.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Dan, if you take my beam,
Are you guys
a little
flirting?
fluffy. You're just a little fluffy.
I actually, I don't look as heavy as my number indicates. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like what I'm saying is like, I don't know if that's a thing, but like I don't look like, I'm going to be honest with you. Today I weighed 285.
Yeah, you
No
gotta look 285.
way.
But if you look at me, I don't look, and that's a fat, you're fat ass. 5'9.5", 285. If you would hear that number and you'd be like, that's a fat ass.
No, you said full back.
But no, but I mean, my number is heavier than I look. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel?
I feel great.
That's the most important.
And more importantly, this Zempic stuff. By the way, you can get a hold of Dan. It's $350 a month, which is at least $100 cheaper than anywhere I've seen it advertised. I think Big Red's was $500. But if you and listen, I went to my primary doctor, Dan. Well, you don't understand. I went to my primary doctor, and she wrote me a script for Ozempic, and I was going to have my insurance pay for it, but it was an absolute nightmare. My insurance denied it. Then it was like, you know, prior existing conditions, and I couldn't get it to go through.
Really? You know,
And
insurance is such a crap show right now.
And meanwhile,
I mean,
I actually physically qualify for Ozempic. I'm borderline diabetic.
Yep.
You know, and that's really about the only qualifier you need.
Right.
Is your borderline diabetic. And I've been borderline diabetic almost all my life. And so I went to my primary doctor before I started, you know, getting it through Dan, and because it would have been whatever my copay was, and I couldn't get it approved.
Yeah, you like went back and forth for a while.
Oh, for like a month.
Kevin Boltman, $10 PayPal.
Thank you. So Dan says, you don't have to go script. We'll go right. You know, so all these weight loss clinics and all these places all started popping up saying, listen, we're going to do the weight loss Ozempic diet, which I guess started in Hollywood, and we're going to do it for $350 a month. Most of these weight loss clinics are anywhere between $450 and $600 a month. Dan's is half of that, and you do a telemedicine thing with his doctor's physician's assistant Emily, who's hot, by the way. And this is her piece of the pie. You do a little telemed with her. She shows, and then they send you 4 preloaded 31 gauge insulin syringes that you literally just go right into your arm. It hurts less than a mosquito bite, and you do that once a week. You do it, you know, every day. You do it the same day, about the same time, once a week.
best diet ever, right?
Well, I have something to tell you about this. I got some questions.
Okay.
Because I find it it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how much it curbs your appetite. It's unbelievable how much real weight you lose. You don't lose it quickly. You know, you're not going to be losing 10, but you're losing, you know, if you're fat like me, you know, you're losing 2, 3.
That's how it should be, though.
Real pounds a week. Real pounds, not pounds that fluctuate because you ketoed it for a week and lost 10 pounds. But the minute that you looked at, one, pasta noodle, you gained it all back. It's real weight. And Dan, I have a story because I went to Jeff Giragante's really fancy.
Oh, yes.
Yes, on Saturday for my mom's birthday.
Nice.
Saw Ric Flair and Titus O'Neil.
Woo.
Does Ric Flair just hang out
I
there
was
all
going
the
to say,
time?
he's there a lot.
Hold on, Ric Flair lives right across the street.
That
Right.
makes sense.
I knew he
And
lived
tho-
right there,
and,
but
and those apartments.
yeah, I know. I knew
And
that.
I guess they have like one little Ric Flair chair. And I was
because he seems to be all there a lot.
He's always on his social media at that
I
restaurant.
know.
And I was on my way out after I paid the bill. I was gonna go
Give him a chest slap?
Well, I was gonna go and him and Ric Flair and I are pretty good friends that have known each other for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And he just had his 74th birthday there last week with Hogan.
Yep.
And him and Hogan are like our boys.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't know if it would be uncomfortable for him. And so I said hi to Titus. Titus O'Neil is probably one of the classest acts.
He's basically the mayor of Tampa.
You know
Biggest
what?
hands I've ever seen.
There's the guy that should be the mayor of Tampa.
He basically is as it is now. He's at every event.
Yeah.
He's just, if that guy doesn't run for some type of office, and not only that, but
He probably doesn't want the grief. He already goes to every event now as the mayor.
He's such a good guy. I said hi to him. I've known him for a while. And as I was walking out, I saw Flair, and my sister like, you really should go up and say hi. You don't know that he's mad at you like Hogan. And I go like, yeah, but what if he is? Like, it's going to be uncomfortable. And so I didn't go say hi to Rick. Dan, would you have?
Well, I didn't know the ties between Rick and Hogan.
They're best
today,
friends. They're best friends.
Yeah, but I'd still walk up to Ric Flair and say hi to him. He knows me.
No,
but if you were in Bubba's position,
Bubba's position, I'd still go up and say hi to him. I'd say hi to him.
Well,
I'm not afraid.
There's a chance that Flair could just turn around and ignore Bubba too.
Whatever.
And
then I'd cut a promo on him.
No.
Come on, Rick. You know me. You gonna just be like that, like a little bitch?
Oh.
That's why you can't take Dan out anywhere. Would you cut a Helen Keller joke on him then?
Yeah.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
I mean, we're almost at 1,000.
I know.
932 right now, I see.
Yeah.
I just have to take it for 1 second.
You're good. Hello. Doesn't heat even burn through 30% of the battery? That's right, Matthew 240Z. What is up? Check out on the tubes. The tubes. The tubes. Yep, we're on Rumbles. Morning, Glowbug. Morning, Trickest of Knees. Oh, thanks, Third Shift Rich. Appreciate ya. Okay, maybe you guys can help me with this. I've been writing comments on Rumble, but when I refresh, they disappear. So I'll write, hey. What's up, Gary Cantrell?
Hi, everybody on Facebook.
So there it is. I see myself. Boom. But
Hello,
then,
everybody on
when I refresh
Facebook.
Willie,
Hi, everybody on FizzBiz.
Oh, Tree Life 804, $20 on
Mike
the Rumble.
Wilson.
What's up, Bubba Army?
Dave
Thank you very much.
Werning, Stacy Geyser.
Okay. Well, I don't know. It kept disappearing. But I guess.
Kendall Hill. You guys can go all over to Rumble too.
I'm reading all the chats Joe was in. Trying to. Sorry if I miss you guys.
Well, if you take all of our numbers,
You gonna let it rip on Rumble?
I mean, Dan, what
Hell
did you
yeah.
1,400 at best?
We're 555 on YouTube. We're 950 on Rumble, so it's 1,500 without Facebook.
I'm checking
and then Facebook is like another 60. So we're almost at 1,600.
Why? Why do girls do that?
What?
Tree Life 804. Did you see
Here.
that on it? Did you miss it?
I got the 20. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. What's up, Radio 11? God damn it, I'm trying to
Good
look
morning.
on Facebook. I see girls with fucking hair.
X, what's up, Big E? 7375, Finn 212. Good morning.
Killing me.
Got a lot going on here. Trying to figure out the best way to do it all at the same time. There we go. Put it all in the same spot. What's up, Jason Hepner? Hey, funny face. I don't know if I want to be happy about that or not. Goober Lips. What's up, Jay Bowler? Little Wilbur's Afterbirth.
Trying to get on the Facebooks. What's up, Rick Simpson? Am I caught up with...
Yes, Calabria. Abruzzi.
Cash App, do you?
No.
I would say in Sicily. What's up, Organic Gene? What's up, Clementine? Country Girl.
Country girl.
What's up, Maria Guatemala?
Holyoke Joe Lupian.
What's up, Maria Guatemala?
Yeah, Bubba Nuts.
$9.95. Come on, let's get that
What's up,
1,000.
JHM? Clementine. Big Buck.
Let's get that.
Wanna hit that? Boom, boom, boom.
No, we
What's up?
put it there as an arrow.
Dan Bubba Nux.
In a
What's
rumble.
up? Tree
In a
Life.
store.
BO4. Good morning. Thanks for the bid. Bubba's Ass Towel. What's up?
Oh, we dropped off. Damn it.
Yeah, let me chip.
Yeah, Blitz usually just have
Bubba Army,
Zells
New
and
Hampshire.
PayPal.
Ant
Yep.
Kid. Good morning. Highway 73.
992.
Yep. East. Big Longer. It's similar. What's up, Country Girl?
Melissa Carpenter.
Oh, Army, New
Straight
Hampshire.
Line, like she always does.
97.
I'll pay you guys all some love when I get back here.
998.
What's up,
Good morning,
Mommy's Gum?
Big Plunger. 999. 999.
Over 1,000
I got
on
You
Riz.
got 1,000.
On Riz.
I'm over 1,000 now.
That is.
Woo! Good morning, Bubba Shantz. Hit the 1,000 mark.
I wonder if we go to Rumble's main page, if we're on the fucking main page.
Let's see.
What do you think?
What's up, Injured San Giovanni?
Are we in? I'm thinking we're on entertainment.
So,
Yeah, we're number 2.
Look at that.
see? They respect you.
Yeah,
Twitch don't respect you none.
we're number 2, and number 2 on our first fucking.
And
day.
Buzzmon.
Let's go.
I'll be in Glenn. Lummy's Chip. Yeah, this French team leader sucks. I don't know why they picked him. They are stuck with Italian guys.
Forget about it.
I think France did good for racing is built Le Mans.
Morning, Maria Guatemala. Good morning, RT2778.
I like Leclerc. Thank you, Gloom. Calabria's tough to find records. Yep.
We should be fucking number 1 in all of entertainment.
In all the universe.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. Today's after show will be available only on our podcast. And we get real dirty over there. That's even crazier than other places. Or sometimes it's real lame. Wherever you get your podcasting, Spotify, Google Play, iHeart, Apple, it doesn't matter. Type in The Bubba Army Podcast, be a daily downloader, and we always got something up daily. But we do an exclusive show on Mondays that's only available at that particular podcast destination. So go get that while you can. We were over 1,000 on Rumble. Then we dipped. Now we're down to 998. Not happy about that. So if you're listening to the show and you want to visually see us, go to rumble.com and sign up. And more importantly, follow us, The Bubba Army, no spaces. And you can watch us live right now as we speak. And that includes the hot mic. When we go to commercials, you can hear us talk like real men and ladies.
Thank you.
Trickest of knees, Melissa Carpenter with her standard hundo. Melissa Carpenter with another hundo, so she's too deep right now. Curtis Enright, Jordan, and Jordan Brock all on the Venmo. Cash App, I got Chris Spearman. And Lummy, do you got any Zelle or PayPal to shout outs?
Nope, I'm all caught up.
Perfect. Let me see. Oh, fish on the J. Shannon Burke's on Rumble, too, they said. Perfect, as he should be.
Oh, yeah.
About time you're doing something like that, Shannon. I've been trying to tell you to do that for a while now. Fish on the J. 25. Lummy, your GOAT reports will be on Rumble now.
Tree Life 804, $20 rant.
And that is on Rumble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it a rant.
Oh, it's a rant.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. A rant. So, Dan, okay. So, my shots that I do, my Ozempic shots that I do through your office, you're my doctor. I have a file, and I'm trying to lose weight file with you. As anybody who wants to get on the Ozempic diet needs to have a chart with Dan. You need to be a recognized patient. You'll do a telemedicine thing with his physician's assistant, Emily. It's really that simple. You call 1-888, that's 4-8s, 8888 Diacos, DIACOS. It's his plastic surgery center. Sometime after 9, if you could. They'll just tell them, hey, I'm Bubba Army, or I listen to Bubba, and I'd like to get on the Ozempic, or I'd like some information to see if I qualify for the Ozempic diet. They'll sign you up to get a telemedicine call with Emily. She'll walk you through the process. She'll see if you qualify or not. And if you do, boom, you're on it. And it's the greatest thing ever. And Dan, here's why it's the greatest thing ever. Not only does it curb your appetite, but I don't know if it does this or I just got lucky on the scale. But so I take my shots Sunday at noon. That's the day I take my shots, okay? So Saturday night I go out to dinner.
I thought you did it on Tuesdays.
Nope, I do it on Sundays.
Okay.
I do it on Sundays at noon. And so I go out to dinner with my mom to celebrate her birthday at Jeff Giragante's newest hot spot. What is it called? Bouillon?
Bouillon.
I will tell you this, man.
Bouillon.
They are that's where the who's who of Tampa are hanging out right now. Oh, my God. What a bunch of cleat chasers, too. Oh, my God.
Did you eat at the Dan Diaco table?
Dan, you and I should one of these days go down there. It is unbelievable, the quality of clientele that this place has. Now, the only problem was we went Saturday night. Me, the Merch Crick, Tara, Tarek, and my mom for my mom's birthday. My mom's birthday was last weekend, and Tara and Tarek took her out, but I had to be at the Gator Nationals, so I couldn't make it last weekend. So we're like, we'll do something again this Saturday, so Mom can have like a double birthday gimmick.
Nice.
So we go down there, but Saturday was a Lightning game.
Oh,
and our reservations, Lummy, are for 7:15, and that's when everybody in the entire world's trying to get down. Now, literally, this place is, you could almost throw a softball and hit Amalie Arena. Almost,
Yeah.
It's just right around the corner from Amalie Arena.
Yeah, it's down the street and across the street, but right there.
Yeah, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you had a pellet gun, you could hit. You could hit.
You could maybe throw a rock.
Maybe. Lummy's big ass arm. We get there, and I got to tell you, valet was kind of a nightmare. And they have, because now for the Lightning game, I got to think if you go to Bouillon on a non-Lightning game, they have certain lanes closed off and it's one way, and I was getting so frustrated.
It's kind of a crap show down there on game day with just away the one way and no way and turn here
But if you go on like we just happen to pick a Lightning night, and usually the Lightning don't have a home game. I got to think that it would be far easier than what I encountered. But nonetheless, get there, reservations. We get there at 7. Our reservations are for 7:15. We wait exactly five seconds for them to bring us to our table.
That's nice.
We sit down at our table. Unbelievable waiter. And so, Dan, now mind you, if you're on the Ozempic diet, as you start getting closer to your next injection date, it wear
off a little bit?
It kind of wears off a little bit, yeah. You start, I find myself a little more hungry on Fridays and Saturdays than I do, say, Sunday
Monday
through Wednesday.
Right.
So Saturday, I'm actually pretty hungry. I'm actually pretty hungry, and maybe some of my overeating skills were starting to kind of come out Saturday night.
Skills.
Yeah.
It's a skill.
So now you know that I weigh myself every day. I weigh myself when I wake up after my morning pee every day. And every day. And like if I would go, before I got on the Ozempic, if I would go out to the track for the weekend, I'd weigh myself Friday morning here, at my apartment. And it was like, I'd weigh like 291, something like that. And then I'd go to the track and eat a couple corn dogs and some fries and just not be responsible nonetheless. And then I'd get on the scale when I get home, even though it was late in the day, and I'd be like, 296. Or, I'd gain like, 2 or 3 or 4 pounds.
Irritating, isn't it?
Yeah, it sucks. So I weigh in on Saturday morning at like 286, 287, something like that. And I go to the bouillon. Now, this is what I had. You talk about, this is a lot of food. So we ordered a shrimp cocktail for the table, and I had 3 of them. 3 out of the 6 I had, because my mom had one, and Tarek had one, and I think Tara had one, and I had 3. So 3. Now, Lummy, these are the big, probably like the 12, 16s or something. These are the bigger ones.
Tiger shrimp. Like the big guys.
I think they're known as probably as prawns.
Yeah, but
they're prawns.
But they're not the little, they're the big ones.
Yeah, the big dogs.
So I have 3 of those. Then I have French onions, a cup of their French onion soup, which
They have the cheese and the bread on top.
Oh yeah, oh my God,
good,
unbelievable. So I have that.
Do you eat it after you get through the cheese and the bread? Do you keep eating just the onion soup part, or are you done with it at that point?
Well,
it's like eating all the marshmallows out of like a marshmallow cereal.
No, I eat it all. I mean, And then
if it's good, you eat it all. Yeah,
I eat it all, Dan.
Once I get through the cheese and the bread, I'm done.
No,
I don't care where it is.
I eat it all.
Who made it? I'm done.
I eat it all, and then they had this really fancy French bread, and I used that to sop up whatever remaining liquid was in the bottom of my. Yeah, so I sop it up. So I'm at this point now, I'm 3 shrimp cocktails deep. I'm 2 pieces of bread deep. I'm a bowl of French onion. Then I get the Le Burger, basically the hamburger. That's got these little, like these real little, like straw, kind of like almost steak and shake fries. The burger is just really, it's $25, but it's a $25 burger all day. So I get the hamburger, French fries. Then Jeff said, the bill comes, and the waiter goes, "Listen, you can settle up now. By the way, I paid." And fancy. And he goes, I'll go ring your credit card, but Jeff has something for the table, that's comped, but Jeff wants to bring out like a little dessert thing for your mom's birthday. So
Did he say this privately to you, or
the waiter? No, the waiter told the whole entire time.
Oh, okay.
So by the way, this is the waiter that I don't know what his name is. I'm gonna get a hold of Jeff Geragante and find out what his name is. Was probably the best waiter I've ever had in my entire life.
Good.
Whoa.
I'll tell you what, too, those waiters that work at the high-end restaurants, clean up.
Well, he was so impressive that my bill was $250. That's it.
Wow.
That's all my bill was, Dan, because
Just rubbing it in Dan's face.
Yeah, no, because Dan, I don't, my family doesn't go crazy on the seafood towers.
Nothing you ordered was market price?
No, nothing was market price.
What crazy drinkers?
I had the hamburger. Erica had the French fries. Tara had the hamburger. My mom had the hamburger, and Tarek had the duck. Okay, and none of us.
Tarek had the duck.
Yeah, and none of us are drinkers.
Was it duck confit?
Yeah, none of us are drinkers, so we didn't get tic-tacked on that. $250 for the bill. That's it.
I'll tell you what, being a drinker or not makes a huge difference in the bill.
Just drink it now. We all ordered water, and he's like, there's 3 things of water. You can get the tap. You can get the. I'm like, man, straight on the tap, kid.
Yeah.
Please. Straight. I'm paying $4.99 for a bottle of water.
Yeah. Just bring a hose to the table.
Right. The garden hose, the valet's filling up radiators with, just bring it right over to me. So the bill's $250. This guy was such a waiter. I tipped him $100.
Jeez.
And I think that's a pretty good tip. I mean,
That's an insane tip.
for a $250 bill. But he was the best I've ever had. He didn't bug us, but our glasses were never empty. And I even had, Dan, I had like a shirt like you. Of course, it's not custom made and $450, but I had a button-down blue shirt on with black slacks. And
Nice.
Of course, I got French onion soup on my shirt.
Oh, no.
Of course I did.
Of course.
This guy is so on the spot that he's got this pin.
Oh, the Tide pen?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
He goes, Bubba, and he knew who I was, formerly from Ocala, and has been to my track before.
Nice.
Yeah. He goes, Bubba, I noticed you got a little stain on your upper left area from the French soup. If I may offer this. He gets the pin out, and it tides off my stuff. I'm like, man, this guy's
awesome.
the best.
That
And
is good.
he's just so great. So I had all that food. Then the dessert comes down, and they got like these, Anna, you being the baker, you would die. Yeah. They had like these 10 little mini Eclair nuggets that were homemade.
Eclair nuggets?
Eclair nuggets. They had a plate of that. They had they had bread pudding.
Okay.
And then they had a creme de whatever.
Creme brulee.
Creme de brulee.
Yeah, creme brulee.
For to like $10 though.
And they had it all out there, and we all sampled it all. I had like 3 of those Eclairs. I had like maybe 3 or 4 bites of the bread pudding. I had 3 or 4 bites of the creme de brulee. And so I actually, at the end of dinner, like I'm kind of uncomfortably stuffed because I'm on the Zempic, and I just went hog wild, right? I just went. I mean, that's a lot of food.
Mm-hmm.
So we go back to my apartment. None of us have enough room. We all overate, and we're like, we had my mom a cake from Publix, and we're like,
which are the best. Publix cakes are awesome. It's hard to beat that.
I don't know who your favorite baker is, but I got to be honest with you.
Me?
It's tough. Well, besides Anna,
thank you.
It's tough, and even Blitz would probably take a Publix cake over your cake.
That's hurtful, but okay.
But
Depends on what it is, but yeah, Publix has strong cakes for
oh,
sure.
Their cake, their custom order a birthday cake game is strong.
What kind of cake was it for your mom?
It was like a white frosting, chocolate inside with butter something.
The buttercream.
Buttercream
frosting.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I was just wanting to get into that so bad, but I couldn't. One, because consciously I knew I was afraid. Okay, so I was 296 Saturday morning. I'm sorry, 286. I was 286 Saturday morning. So I have just eaten like a pig. Normally, I would have stepped on that scale Sunday morning, and I've been 290, 291, because I went crazy, all right? Now, Dan, is there something about Ozempic that maybe fights the sugars, or is there something that it does to kind of block the caloric kind of deal? I don't know, because I stepped on the scale. I thought for sure I was doomed, Anna. Sunday morning, I get up, I sleep in.
Oh, no.
I go to pee.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, here it comes. I'm going to step on it, and it's going to say 290, 291, because I ate as such.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. 285.8.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, it has to be the Ozempic. It must block some of the glucose intake or something. So what does it do?
It stabilizes your blood sugar, essentially. And
so does it make your body like maybe work harder to churn it up?
Yes. And so it
I mean,
makes the
that's
calories
kind of
it's
a layman way
effective.
to say it.
It sort of like makes the calories less effective.
Because your body is using its insulin that normal people, skinny people have to fight. Meanwhile, fat guys, my insulin are just as laying in the recliner. It's not doing nothing.
So if your sugar levels aren't super high, you're not going to start making sugar. You're not going to start storing sugar as fat.
Right. So, I mean, I can only attribute, because I ate probably 3,000, 4,000. I mean, I ate. And,
were you hungry the next day?
Saturday morning, all I had was one meal. Yesterday morning, I had
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. Yesterday, I only ate once. I ate like at 1:30, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
we did about the same thing.
So that's it. Because I knew that I even stepped on the scale 3 times
Just to make sure it wasn't
Sunday
broken.
morning, be like, man, maybe the calibration's off or something like that.
Yeah.
So, Dan, I mean, I guess in a long-winded way, I'm asking you, does one of the things with Ozempic is if you do maybe indulge a little too much, does it kind of help counteract the potential it would have normally been a weight gain, Willie?
Yes, and I've heard that from other people saying, they've had, they thought that they were cheating and they still didn't gain weight.
Right. Now, I didn't lose. Wow, I actually lost like 0.6 of a pound.
Right. It's amazing.
But
I did the opposite.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm not smoking today, and so
how's that going?
Yesterday I bought a bunch of candy to get me through today, and I ate it all last night. So
Oh, God.
I've gained about 6 pounds.
Really?
Wow. This weekend.
Well, Dan, I know a guy that's on the Ozempic. I mean, you even said it was. You even said it would be for those people that wanted to lose that last 10 stubborn. But you put 6 on last night, bitch.
I did. I mean, I ate everything I could get my hands on.
When was your
this
last
weekend.
cigarette?
Yesterday.
Like when?
Like right before midnight.
Okay.
Right before midnight. Did you say goodbye, my old friend?
Yes.
God, I love the taste.
Did you take the rest of the pack and throw it away, or
That was the last cigarette in the pack. Come on,
He was chain smoking all
Yeah.
day
Timed it
yesterday.
just right.
He chain smoked it all day.
I did.
He got lung cancer in one day.
I did. I couldn't breathe last night.
It was 11:59:59 to the last exhale.
Yeah, it really was though, because I went to bed around 10:30, woke up around 11:45, like, oh, perfect.
Oh my God.
You were
But doesn't
excited?
cigarettes give you energy to make you stay awake, or like?
No,
It's a
I just
stimulant,
went
I
back
thought.
to- Nah, it's
Not if you're
stimulant.
crashing on sugar because you've been eating sugar all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to get through that last 15 minutes.
So now, do you think do you think you can stick to it?
I hope. I mean,
Everybody's
I think.
pulling for you because you're
Thank
the
you.
I mean, that's
Yes.
the one thing that everybody in your family and those that are close to you, your friends,
All of
it's
us.
It's the one thing that we just are, disappointed in you. Because you're a doctor and you're good looking, and you don't need to be doing that nonsense.
I agree.
Your wife used to smoke when you guys first met,
A
and
little bit, like social, like
yeah,
she's
like
out
drinking,
like on a weekend.
bitch smoking,
Right.
Bitch smoking's like Marlboro Lights when they're drunk,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And she completely, when she got pregnant with you guys, with Sophia, she completely quit and has not picked them up since, right?
Correct.
That's
Jay used to smoke, right?
Yes.
I don't think Steve ever did he?
No.
Yeah, he never did.
That's surprising. Out of all of you guys, I thought Steve would be the one that would smoke.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I
Yeah.
would expect that.
Right.
Yeah, but he never did.
Good.
Jay quit, 10 years ago, if not more?
It's probably closer to 15 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. Long time ago.
And everybody has just been greasing you
Mm-hmm.
to stop this. And it looks like you might. Well, today's the first day.
I want to hurt somebody, but that's okay.
Your poor staff.
Oh, I feel so sorry for them.
They're going to be throwing cigs your way.
Poor Jennifer.
See, the problem is, though, is that first cigarette with a little bit of caffeine helps you go to the bathroom. And so
you're
I'm
stuffed
bloated
up.
today.
I mean,
yeah,
you're
I
gonna
feel
have
very
to.
stuffed up today.
You're gonna have
You're
to.
stuffed up full of candy too.
Yeah, I got a lot of gummies in me.
Oh, no.
Did you
everything.
Florida Stanley? Did you get the Florida Stanley Zell
$10, yeah.
on the Zell deal?
Yep.
So you're up to speed.
Yeah.
Nonetheless. So anyway, Dan, in a very long-winded endorsement, if you're on the Zempic, it seems as though, and I'm just giving you a first-hand experience, is that not only does it curb your appetite and makes you lose real weight, but it seems like if you overindulge, that normally that pound or two that you would have gained, it's like sends like a little battle crew. It sends like the soldiers out to fight.
Get rid of that sugar. Right, yeah. Suck up the sugar.
It's going to be interesting because I just had my labs done.
Did.
I just had my labs did on Wednesday of last week, and I go to see my primary doctor, I think, this Wednesday to read my labs. And I always give my labs to you too, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be interesting to see, will the Ozempic get my glucose down? Do you think my
Probably.
glucose will
Your
be down?
A1C will be a little bit better. Yes, it will. It does help that.
So it's going to be interesting to see,
Stabilizes those numbers.
and I've only been on it 6 weeks.
That's perfect.
So, it's going to be interesting to see where my labs are. Nonetheless, I would highly recommend Bouillon, and it's not really that expensive as long as you don't drink.
Tree Life 804, $20 rent. Dr.
Well,
Man's
there's
Candy Money.
many nice things you've said about it. It should be free for you, too, by the way, in the future. I'll make sure I demand that from Jay and Jeff.
No,
Oh, God.
stop that.
Yeah. I can't believe
I
they
won't
even
tell you
had
that.
the audacity to charge you a penny there.
Oh,
Oh,
stop
God.
it, Danny. I mean, listen, stop. I will tell you
If
this.
Dan was an owner, he'd never let that
Yeah,
happen.
Dan would have come
Jeff-
to
1/10 of 1% like Jay.
Jeff Giragante's wife Erica was there.
I'm an owner.
Does she get work done through you? Did you Erica, Jeff Giragante's
Nah,
wife?
she goes in her own little. I have no idea where she goes.
She looked beautiful. Oh, she is so beautiful. There are so many beautiful women there. Oh my God, the who's who of Tampa.
Word has it.
Yeah. Word has it is that's where you need to be. Not you, Dan. I'm talking about just anybody. And I
I'm
think,
not allowed. I've been banned.
You have?
I think.
Do they have your name at the door?
Yeah. If you see this guy, it looks
Blacklist.
just like the guy
I'm
that's
gonna
at like
have
a 1/10 of 1%
It's at the
owner.
valet stand.
Oh God, Doctor.
You see this guy? It looks like
Dan,
looks
you're
very
running
similar to
a
an
little.
owner.
You're running a little hot right now. I'm getting a text from Steve telling you to shut the up right now, buddy.
They could all go F themselves.
1125 on the Rumble. Blitz, I think I was looking at Rumble during the break, and if you go into the entertainment section, I think we're the number 1 or 2.
Yes, we are.
In the on all of Rumble. And if Blitz, if we would get the traction that we had on Twitch on Rumble,
Explode.
you can bet that I think Rumble would be reaching out to us,
Yes.
saying thanks.
Here it comes.
I think Rumble would be actually appreciative of us bringing a large audience their way. Twitch just didn't really care to the point where they've suspended us now. A month in the last month and a half
Yes.
over a Helen Keller joke with a filthy Chinese kicker and a you should have to be 18 to get your wiener cut off chaser. That's what we got.
Sign me up, man.
That's
me
what
up.
we got banned for.
Sign me up.
That's what we got banned for.
Yeah, that's what we got on our tab.
That's why we're on Rumble. You need to be on Rumble as well. Rumble.com. And then go search the Bubba. By the way, rumble.com, create a screen name, sign up. It costs nothing. And then come see our channel. Come hang out with us. Our channel is at the Bubba Army.
No spaces.
No spaces.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Videos from yesterday.
Hi, country girl.
Try to see. Thanks to Liz, they were working on it, but if you were to search the Bubba Army and you looked at one has.
Is there an advantage to the spaces and not spaces, or should we try to make it one account?
We're trying to make it one account. Lemmy's on that. You better be on that.
It's it just just so you can go on YouTube and do something like that. But,
Do you just take off the other account? You just delete the other account, or
well, let's see. If you look for it, you just search the Bubba Army no matter what, and you see one with has 900 followers, and the other one has 300, and one has videos from.
that's not taking it off and combining them though. That's just saying, hoping people will just figure it out.
No, I'm just explaining now until.
Yeah,
it does
Lemmy.
Well, I understand that. I understand that.
Your explanation of just people figuring it out is not what's going to work, lover.
Well, in the next 5 minutes, I mean, we can't take it off at this point. So I'm letting people know, like, go to the one with the most followers.
So listen, my little precious. We'd like to, if we could get a hold of Riz on Bolt and see if they could, combine the deals.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm just saying.
No, of course.
Well, in the next couple minutes, if someone.
Look, Dan.
I understand your pain.
Yeah.
I feel.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Someone in chat.
No. Of course. What the fuck?
Someone in YouTube put two channels show up. Which one do I go to? Well, go to the one.
What, Lemmy? What, you stupid fuck?
Well, someone in chat said there's two channels. Which one do I go to? I said, well, go to the one without spaces.
What did you just say?
Someone in chat on YouTube said there's two channels. Which one do I go to? I just said go to the one without spaces. Or look at the numbers and say which one is it? The one with 900 people or 200 people? Probably the 900 in the next 2 minutes before the Rumble takes it off. What's up, Matthew?
How's the Rumble going to take it off? How's the Rumble going to take it off, lover?
They're going to go in the back end and just go delete.
Oh, after you asked them to take it off.
Yeah.
That's what you meant.
After we ask them to take it off.
Hello, Justin Hamilton, Mike Wilson.
So
Oh,
Donald Trump.
fucking Hootie Hoo. Hootie Hoo likes hanging out Facebook.
Yeah, that's where all the Facebook cricks are.
What's up, Jordan? How are you, buddy? Lynn Lawnecker.
Oh, ain't no come on your face?
Show the
Yes,
super
no,
bar.
of course.
There you go. See, you got it down there.
Jordan, how's your wife and 62 kids doing? Hi, everybody over at Riz Humble.
Let's get ready to rumble.
I'm closed. Good morning. Thought you're not going to do what Tucker did and start chewing while you.
The nicotine gum is gross.
Have you tried it before?
Disgusting. That lady got kidnapped? The old blonde lady? She looks Hispanic.
She does. And so does she.
I think they're related. Whoop, city in Mexico.
Big tatas. Morning, Steve the Grumpy. What's up? I'm closed.
What is up? $13, Matthew 240Z. Jesus.
Rumble for his waves vision.
C4 Energy. I haven't seen that. Have you seen C4 Energy? C4 as an energy drink.
Yeah, the energy drink.
C4.
Yeah, they're
Little.
They're like yellow, black.
Oh, I have seen those.
The yellow black ones.
Yeah, that's like a lemonade one.
Why?
It's like is this Steely or something like on
They
it?
have two. They have like a big one like Monster, and then they have a small
This
one.
one?
Because I saw something in the fridge this morning that looked something like it didn't say C4 like that.
Oh.
But that's a tiny can. It's a little can, like a
There's
little
a
6
little one.
ounce.
Yeah, there's like a little Red Bull one, and then there's one
Okay.
that looks like a Monster.
I'll try it.
So Rumble for his fishing.
This. Why? Did
No,
someone
like
recommend
it's
it or something?
Someone on chat just mentioned it.
I mean,
C4.
How many milligrams of caffeine you got in this? Like 200?
Good morning, Kurt Kangle.
We're number one in entertainment,
Woo! Woo!
but we better.
Yeah, 1,300. You already outdid Twitch in one day.
Is a hot mic over there, Lum Lum?
yep.
Hot mic on Rumble too?
Yeah.
Q4 is
Works.
too liberal. God.
I don't take my drinks as political.
Yeah. Kurt Angel 525.
Boy,
You're number one in our heart dark match, Steve.
Yes, dark match.
What's up, John Morgan?
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. I'm going to start working with Blue Chew, and I'm not going to go too long for them over here. I'm working with them over on the podcast world, but we're going to also send some of it over here as well, so that we can really do well. I'm just telling you right now, there's a special deal for my listeners only. You can try Blue Chew free when you use promo code BUBBA at checkout, and you only pay $5 for shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Use promo code BUBBA, all one word, to receive your first month for free. This is all about being ready when it's time to perform. And you get all of that stuff that you'd normally have to go to your doctor for and sit down and get a prescription for at BlueChew.com. BlueChew.com.
Promo code Bubba.
You're gonna consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and if you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part, it's all done online. and it comes in a very, very discreet package. Don't like swallowing pills? No problem. Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. Use promo code Bubba. That'll get your first month for free, and then you're going to do it all that for $5 and only $5 shipping. Blitz, should we make our little thumbnail on Rumble a little more flashy, or is the Bubba Army and Lightning thing kind of cool, you think?
No, it's going to change, but
okay.
they do it a different way. They don't have an actual thumbnail thing, but yeah, it's something we're going to work on.
All right, I think the little flashy Lightning deal.
Yeah, they make you put a video up first before you go live, and that's just what we have for now, but it's going to change.
All right, perfect. Nonetheless, we're at nearly 1,300 over there. I think we're the number one watched entertainment show. That's the division that we're in entertainment. And realistically, if you go to the front page, I'm looking at some of the numbers, and we should be like maybe even on the front page, like of everybody.
Yeah.
Nearly 1,000 followers. We have two different channels. The Bubba Army with no spaces and The Bubba Army with spaces. Use the no space one. We're going to try to merge our two together. I don't know how it happened, but it did. Nonetheless.
Yes, no, maybe.
Both. Yes, no, maybe. That's what Lummy's deal was.
Yes, no.
Definitely.
Maybe.
But we're approaching 1,000 followers, and there's nearly 1,300 people watching. Bubba's Ass Towel, $25.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Blitz, if we start pulling numbers like this on Rumble, and then, by the way, all after shows, except for Monday's podcast, are going to be exclusive to Rumble. And we start pulling numbers, Blitz, like we did in Twitch land, they're going to have to recognize us.
You would think so.
Yeah, hopefully so. So this weekend, anybody do anything exciting? I watched the Jared Fogle documentary on ID Network. I watched the Jesse Smollett on Fox Nation.
Oh, the Fox thing with the two guys?
My God.
The two brothers, the Nigerian brothers?
If
they're jacked up, aren't they?
I need to see that.
Oh, Anna, you
Where is it again, you said?
absolutely. It's on Fox Nation. You would absolutely love it. If there's one, the Jared Fogle thing was pretty stupid, to be honest with you.
What was the 30 for 30 that we talked about last week?
Oscar Petrolia?
Oh, the Pistorius.
Yeah.
That's
what
right.
it was.
We were trying to remember what it was because we wanted to watch it. We forgot.
Screw all that. You need to go right to the Jesse Smollett because it's still, you know what? It's still happening. Like
I know.
Like he just filed an appeal that I think was like there's been wranglings within this as late as March 3rd of this past, this past month.
Is this where the guys show how they did it all?
Yeah.
Yeah, then they kind of walk it through.
Okay,
I got to tell you, and I watch a lot of documentaries. It is so well done.
Okay.
I mean, like,
I'm sold on the deal.
Not only is it very, very in-depth, it shows you everything.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, they have experts from, and it's almost everybody, for the most part, almost everybody they interview is African-American. And I'll tell you, there's some really, really, really cool people that you start really rallying for. One, the African-American police chief of Chicago.
You sniffed it out?
Is a stud. I'll tell you who the bad guy in the woodpile of this whole thing is.
Jesse?
That Kim Fox.
Oh, how about Jesse?
Oh, yeah.
No, of course.
Was that the
DA?
Michelle Obama connection?
Yes, obviously Jesse. But
Jesse, please.
Kim Fox is a dirtbag.
Yep.
She's a dirtbag. And you know what? You watch the documentary. Now you got to understand, this is Fox in full transparency, kind of throwing one of their big superstars under the bus. I mean, Empire was a huge franchise for Fox. I mean, it was a big franchise for Fox.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, the two brothers, though, the two Nigerian brothers, are they from Nigeria? Yeah. If they don't get a show out of this,
they're kind of funny,
or they don't get, here's my opinion. Screw Jesse Smollett, and let's get these two. The last name's super. It's Oga and Boga or something like
Michael
that.
Bourne, $50 though.
Thank you, buddy.
No, but you know
big
who they
one.
remind me of? They remind me of those two twin brothers that do the YouTube shows.
Oh, Hodge twins.
Yeah, the
a
Hodge
little,
twins.
a little bit, but they're a little
bit.
thick. They're a little thicker than those two dudes.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Just like their kind of personality, how they bounce off each other.
They're just so cool.
Yeah.
And they go ahead and lay it right on out. Did you even know that Jesse Smollett made him practice a few nights before?
Yeah.
They even went through a practice.
Oh.
They went through a practice.
That's awesome.
I mean, and Jesse Smollett is an absolute scumbag.
Mm-hmm.
He's an absolute scumbag. And let me tell you something. Watch the documentary because only one person, there's African Americans that say Jesse Smollett's a scumbag, including the chief of police, which, by the way, is a badass.
He was on Bongino on Saturday,
Wait a
and they
minute,
were kind of
he's on
joking. They were
Hannity.
joking about how kind of just dumb the
Let's see.
chief of police thought Jesse Smollett was.
Yeah, Anna, we might be able to, with our numbers and stuff, we might be able to get a few of these people as interviews. I'll tell you who else I liked. There was this bigger African-American dude who was a Fox executive. And he was, at first I was thinking he was going to be like, not fair about this. And he was in charge of like, ratings and like analyzing the show. So like he would get the ratings data back from the night before Empire, and then he would send out these questionnaires to various people that watched the show and things like that, and get feedback on what they liked about that week's episode. And that guy I loved, and I love these brothers. That guy, hold on, I don't know where this is being. I got to see where I'm at here. Where I'm getting a super feedback from. It's probably over here. Yep. So on Facebook, it was a Facebook feedback.
Dirty Facebooker.
These guys, these two African American Nigerian men who are the ones that attacked Jesse at Jesse's direction. By the way, paid him $3,500, and the one guy on the skinnier of the two keeps bringing up through the entire interview. He still owes us $500. It was supposed to be $4,000, and he keeps bringing up all throughout the deal that he still owes $500. I'm telling you right now. You know what this is? This is Kim Fox's closeness to Michelle Obama as to why all this is happening. Including when they set a special prosecutor to retry this, and the judge gave him 150 days in jail. 6 days later, he gets out.
Right.
He gets out, and including, let's not forget, the Chicago PD had him. They were getting ready to take this thing to trial, and in the middle of the night, Kim Fox called up Jesse Smollett's lawyers on a day that nobody was when you're going to have hearings and stuff over a very high profile case, everybody gets notice that Jesse Smollett's next hearing is this Thursday at 1:00. Well, nobody got noticed. The media, other counsel, nobody got noticed. They did this, and they dropped Kim Fox dropped all charges.
Yeah,
all the charges, dropped them. And who's the police chief, the black guy? I forget what his name is. He was just getting ready to swear in 200. Him and Rahm Emanuel, the mayor, were getting ready to swear in 200 brand new police officers that just got through the academy. And that's a big deal. The police chief has to be there for that.
David O'Brown.
Correct.
What's his name?
David O'Brown.
Oh, this guy's a stud. And so he's getting ready. He's 5 minutes from swearing in 200 new police officers for the Chicago PD, and he gets a call from somebody saying, Kim Fox just dropped all the charges on Jesse Smollett. And he flipped out. And Anna, you've got to watch. It's on Fox Nation. It's called Smollett, The Making of a Hoax, or something like that. And these two dudes, I love these two dudes.
I sent you a clip of them on Hannity.
Yeah, right here. Hold on.
Their side of the story.
Oh, let me bring it over here. I'm sorry, I have it on the wrong page. Well, this is so that everybody can see it. They were on Hannity.
Yeah, I think so.
For the first time in the new Fox Nation special, Anatomy of a Hoax. Take a look at this.
Yeah, Anatomy of a Hoax.
So we got here with 10 minutes to spare, and we had to plan our escape route to survey the land. His building is actually right here, right above the stairs that we're going to attack him at.
I hope, after watching this, all 5 or 6 episodes, that these guys become megastars and Jesse Smollett ends up losing it all. That's just my word. That's just my opinion. And the police chief, former police chief, ends up like, I don't know, being a big time police chief consultant and can go from one's big city to another and help out because there's a lot of big cities right now, Philadelphia, New York, LA, San Fran, that could use some common sense police chiefing because these cities are in shambles because of all of these liberal, woke, cancel the police, defund the police, mentalities that a lot of people have nowadays. And that gets you nowhere. Yeah, go ahead, defund the police. Let's see how that works out for you.
We made sure we got there at 2 a.m. sharp. On the dot. We had no phones because he did not want us to bring any phones. He said, so we don't lose them.
By the way, when he called the cops to his apartment and to report this, he was able to fight him back, not break his cell phone, and not drop his Subway tuna sandwich. Now, if I got these 2 dudes right here putting the wood on me, they're laying the wood on me, but I'm going to, one, I hope I can maybe get my phone out and record it, but 2, I'm a fat ass, and that tuna sandwich, that $6.99 Subway Willie is pretty good, but I'm not going to be, my sandwich is not going to be able to stay intact. It's going to be all over the place.
And here's the thing that made me realize that it was so full of Krizap, and that is when he walked around with the noose around his neck for more than 5 seconds after he was free.
And these guys testify. Hold on. These guys testify that they never put the noose around his neck. They just put it on top of his body. They didn't even put it around his neck. But when the cops went to his apartment, it was around his neck.
Now, if someone had a noose around your neck,
by the way,
first thing you would do is rip that thing off.
These two dudes, they're so funny. They're like, man, he wanted us to buy MAGA hats, but we couldn't find a MAGA hat in downtown Chicago. So, they were funnier than hell. And they go, so we had to buy red hats. And then the one dude goes, I think it was the one on the right, the thicker one. He goes, then he wanted us to tie a noose. We don't even know how to tie nooses. So they didn't know how to tie a noose. They had to go to YouTube or something. Most people, I don't think, know how to tie a noose.
No, I don't.
I don't know how to. I don't know.
Easy.
No.
Yeah, it's easy.
But the average guy walking up and down the street doesn't know. These 2 brothers don't know. Mm-hmm. And these guys are funnier than hell. I love these guys. These guys, Fox should give these guys a show. Then there was this one dude. Who, by the way, Anna, you're gonna love because they don't leave in this Fox Nation documentary about Jesse Smollett. They don't leave any stone unturned. They interview everybody from the woman that's one of the largest black activists, who's kind of cute, by the way. They interview her. They interview these 2 guys as counsel. They interview the police chief. They interview detectives. They interview everybody.
And by the way, it was Eddie Johnson. He's retired now, but that's who the police.
Eddie Johnson.
Yeah, the police chief was at the time.
Good dude. Big, thick black dude.
Yeah.
Just no nonsense.
We said, hey, to get his attention. Hey, Nick. Hey. He turned around, looked at us.
And so Jesse had a script. Jesse had a script for him, too.
Oh, I know.
He was supposed to, these 2 black guys were supposed to call him the N-word. And they were supposed to call him the F word, and they were supposed to tell him how much how much Empire sucked, and then and really, really denounce him for being gay, and then, beat him up.
Were they supposed to pretend like they were white?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was supposed to be a MAGA deal. Remember?
Right.
He's like,
So,
they had MAGA hats.
2 white
or whatever.
guys?
And so hold on.
MAGA hats?
They only had surveillance of these 2 guys, walking from the back, and it was so cold. It was one of the coldest days in Chicago's history. And it was literally like -25 indicated temperature at 2 a.m. And so the detectives have this one. Jesse knew where the cameras were. And so they can only see these two perpetrators in kind of red hats walking away from the camera. And the one detective goes, when you've been looking at surveillance as long as me, you can tell a white guy's walk from a black guy's walk.
Oh.
He just said, that's the guy. He's like, listen, send that back to me again.
Okay.
Let me miss it.
That's the detective. He actually says it on there.
Yeah, he goes, and I'm telling you right now, these were two brothers. Like, I mean, the cops had, go ahead, let me, send it to me. The cops had this thing sniffed out from day one.
1837.
And by the way, Anna, they bring in all the kind of liberal slanting news media.
Yeah.
What is it?
1837.
1837. They bring in everybody to get their opinions on this.
Jesse Smollett, the anatomy of a hoax. Eddie Johnson joins me now. Sir, thanks a lot for your time. Really appreciate it. So you were one of the first people.
By the way, this is the superintendent of police. He was the police chief nonetheless.
This is the stud you were talking about?
Yeah. The guy on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you should see when he's all uniformed up with his 4 stars across the wheel. Oh, he looked good as hell. Love this guy.
To see this.
Bonagino had him on the air, obviously.
So-called evidence in this case, being the cop you are with a lot of street smarts.
Did I miss it?
No, he's coming up.
What specifically raised the red flag that something's not right here?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me, Dan. But there were a few things. The first thing that jumped out was the fact that Mr. Smollett was bundled up because it was one of the coldest nights of the year at that point. I think it was like 15 below zero. And so he was bundled up, and the intersection where they yelled at him is a very large intersection. So,
and by the way, Anna, this place is in downtown Chicago, is one of the most affluent places in downtown Chicago. Like, there's just not any crimes. This is where all the rich people live. This would be like equivalent to living like at one of those, $1.5 million condos across the street from Amalie Arena.
Right.
Like, there's just not a lot of, thuggery. Now, you can go 3 miles in on the south side of Chicago and find some thuggery.
Sure.
But nothing like this ever. It's called Streeterville, and nothing like this happens, especially at 2 a.m.
The chances of 2 MAGA white guys being able to know in that intersection that was the gay guy from Empire, that just struck us all as quite odd. And then the fact that they were shouting these homophobic slurs and referred to him as that Empire guy. The chances of all that coming together like that at 2 o'clock in the morning it just didn't sit right. But then the other thing.
Here it is. This right here.
When I saw the video of the 2 guys walking, one of the first things that I said looking at that video, I said, these guys are walking like 2 black guys.
And this guy is qualified to say that, right?
Yeah. Yes.
He's like, man, these guys are walking like 2 brothers.
Not 2 white guys, but, who knows? Who knows? But that was my instinct.
Anyway, I highly suggest watching this. It's on Fox Nation, and they break it down. And the bad thing about it is Jesse Smollett would have been okay when they first dropped the charges, but he had to get he had to get on TV. He had a press conference walking out of the courtroom. He had a press conference when they dropped the charges, right? If he kept his mouth shut and just taken the W and not had this big pound in my chest, he wouldn't have. Well, so the judge ruled, since you had a press conference. See, they dropped the charges, Dan, and they immediately sealed the file. I mean, it was Kim Fix. They call her Kim Fix, not Kim Fox. It was a Kim Fox, dirty deed done dirt cheap, favor for Michelle Obama. And so they dropped the charges and they immediately seal the file so that nobody in the news media or the New York Post was all over this. Everybody was all over this, getting, freedom of information. So any filings and things like that, was privy to the news media. Well,
until you seal them.
They immediately, they dropped all charges, all 6 charges, and they immediately sealed the file. Well, had Jesse not walked out of the courtroom and did this big martyr-like press conference, the file would have remained sealed. But the judge ruled, since you walked your ass out of court and made this a public matter, I'm going to unseal the documents. Then once the documents got unsealed, Dan, there was this woman who was an ex-judge for Cook County, right? She was
Cook County is the Chicago area.
Yes, exactly. And she was a female, probably 60-some years old, and was a retired Cook County judge. Well, the initial whodunit on this is Kim Fox, when this initially happened, recused herself. She recused herself and gave it to her assistant. Well, if you're going to recuse yourself, you can't give it to an assistant. It goes back to the judicial system, and the judicial system appoints a special prosecutor. You can't put your assistant in charge because you can't do that. So because of all the mishandlings and just all the whodunits and the favors and all, who the hell's calling me right now? I'm very busy. Hello?
Hey, morning, guys. It's Wrestling Coach from Illinois.
Hold on, who?
Hey,
Wrestling Coach from Illinois.
Wrestling Coach from Illinois. Speak up a little bit, though, okay? We can't hear you.
All right, sorry, I'm truck FTE. Hey, I want to tell you how bad this Kim Fox is. You know, my son's a state trooper.
I don't understand how she got reelected, first of all. I don't understand that.
Well, about 3 weeks ago, there was a CPD shooting. The cop was killed, shot in the head by an 18-year-old thug. And that guy was released by Kim Fox with no bond from aggravated battery with a weapon and a bunch of other stuff.
How do you shoot a cop? How do you shoot a cop in the head and are ever given bond? How?
He was 3 months before he was released by Fox for aggravated battery with a gun and a bunch of other charges. Was released, had an aggravated battery on his woman. Then that 3 months later, and when cops are called, and the first cop on duty or on scene was shot in the head by him.
Yeah, because he was let out way earlier than she's gone into the Cook County jails and let a lot of very violent people out. Now, she's also let some dudes that have been trumped up on some weed charges and things like that. Like, she's done some good with getting some people out of jail, but she's also let some real thugs out of jail that have gone on now to kill people.
Yeah. And the CPD, he was 32 years old, 5 years on the job.
Yeah.
My son was the first on the scene, got out of the car and heard the shots, and there was nothing he could do.
Well, tell your son to be careful because Kim Fox is an idiot.
He's transferring home about 90 miles away here next week, so I'm like, just going to sleep better knowing him he's down to that area.
All right, buddy, man. Thank you, buddy. I got to go. I understand. Thanks. Can't get too long-winded here, buddy. So I would highly recommend watching on Fox Nation. I had to go subscribe for Fox Nation. I think it's $6 a month. I'm just going to cancel, when it comes up for renewal and watch it for 29 days.
Then you get that free trial.
Yeah, I get the free trial. Then I had to put my credit card in, and I'm just going to cancel because the only thing. But I did watch the Rosie O'Donnell. No, I'm sorry, the Roseanne Bar.
Yeah, the comedy special.
I watched that.
That
was
funny. What wasn't funny? That funny was the Chris Rock special.
Yeah, it was. You didn't think the Chris Rock special was funny? I thought it was hilarious.
Honestly, this is a hot take. Ready, Rumble? This hot take. I don't think Chris Rock is that great.
Hey, Dan.
Dude, you're wrong.
Dan, you're also the
I
one
don't think Chris Rock is that great.
Hate to set you straight, not necessarily co-signing with Anna Hummel, but your Helen Keller jokes weren't very funny either. Friday.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
But this special, I did not laugh at
It was.
Roseanne, what I heard
it was
bad.
insightful, but it wasn't. It didn't make me laugh at all.
I laughed a lot.
There are a lot of specials on there.
I thought it was funny. I enjoyed it.
Dan, I can't really elaborate, but you should watch on Fox Nation the Meet Ron DeSantis
Really?
thing. Yeah.
I will.
Oh, we watched. That was about 2 years too late, but it was good.
What?
House of Gucci.
House of Gucci?
Gucci. Yeah, with Lady Gaga and Adam Driver.
Well, if you take our 615 we got on YouTube, and let me add these.
1381.
How much?
1381 on Rumble.
Dan has a calculator in his head. 1381.
Yep.
1381.
Plus 615 is 2,000 people.
Plus 614. Plus 67. 2 G's.
2 G's all day long.
2062.
Gucci.
2062.
Haven't seen it.
How's it Gucci?
Let me get me
I
the
feel like
blue
you'd
chew.
like it.
See, like I saw Kevin Hart, and he was not funny at all. Chris Rock was 50 times funnier than Kevin Hart was 3 months ago.
Kevin Hart recently or Kevin Hart like back in the day?
Kevin Hart recently, because
Yeah,
everyone's
I know,
so
he
afraid.
sucks too.
They're all afraid. They're all
They're
afraid.
afraid.
But Chris Rock, I thought, was less afraid than the others.
It has nothing to do with his content. Like I thought he was covering things that were spicy and that's cool, but the delivery, I did not find him funny. I just don't like it. He's like always like yelling. And,
I like Chris Rock.
He's predictable. I don't know. I didn't say I think Joe Rogan and Tony Hinchcliffe are funny. Alaska Alex. I actually don't think Joe Rogan is very good at stand-up comedy at all. But I love his podcast.
Biggie 7375 $50 rant. Woo!
You probably think Pete Davidson's funny too, right?
Is that because Finn212R said that?
No, because I was going to say that either. I was going to say that myself too, and he brought it up.
I like his delivery better than Chris Rock.
I hate him.
I mean, I don't like him as a
Pete
person.
Davidson.
I'm just talking about the performer.
I hate Pete Davidson.
I hate him. I hate his delivery. I hate his humor.
That's fine.
I hate him as a person. I hate him as a media entity. I really hate him. He's really on my top 5 most hated people right now.
Behind Steve.
Behind Steve.
And Romina.
The hell?
No, behind Juicy Smollett is up there.
Oh, Jesse Smollett will be number fucking 1 with a bullet after you watch this.
Right.
I need to watch this. Hey, you should watch House of Gucci. It was good. It was a good fucking film. I didn't know anything about the Gucci murder deal. It's a good story.
That's right. Good point.
We also watched this movie that Blitz really wanted to see called My Policeman, which was odd. That's hurtful, Dark Match Steve. Jeez. God, that's rough.
What?
Said that he wished he died at 11 because his dad.
Yeah. I'm with him on that one.
Oh my God! Nice.
Listen,
DMS is 100% right.
Dr. Dan and DMS are just
DMS.
We line up. We line up. We're in line.
That's right.
His children.
My little overs.
No limits friendship. I like that.
Speaking of Chris Rock, I saw a Will Smith interview at the Formula One race this weekend.
Oh, really? Who was that?
He didn't say much. He seemed awkward.
I think he's a broken man.
Yeah, well. They were talking about making some kind of Formula One, like him playing Lewis Hamilton in a Formula One movie.
Yeah. Is he though?
Why didn't Lewis Hamilton just play Lewis Hamilton? Right? I mean, it isn't like Lewis is 62 now and he can't fucking recreate being young. He's fucking, what, 34?
Maybe 35.
He's not an actor.
He's not an actor.
Well, fuck Will. I
don't know.
Fuck Will Smith.
Fuck Will Smith.
He's made some
Fuck
good
Will
movies.
Smith.
I like Independence
Michael
Day.
Jackson made good
Fuck
hits
him,
too,
man.
good songs.
You know, and I don't appreciate what he did to fucking Chris Rock.
Yeah.
If that would have been a fucking, if that would have been a other dude, That would have been Brad Pitt that hit fucking Chris Rock. Brad Pitt's life would be ruined.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize, Chris Rock told in his comedy thing that Will Smith had gotten jobbed out that whole 2 or 3 weeks before because of everything going on with Jada, and how she was messing with her son's boyfriend, friend or something like that, best friend. And so he was already dragged through the mud. So he was a broken man going into the Oscars.
Chris Rock said he couldn't call him up.
Learn how to run
I
your
think
house.
we played it on the
Learn
show.
how to run your house, you little bitch.
Yep, I agree.
Chris Rock said he was the only one who reached out to him.
Yeah.
And Will Smith never got back to him. First time he talked to him was when he talked to him.
From the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. Thank you to Rumble. I don't know if they know how thankful we are to have an alternative to Twitch. We are some big slinging D's over at Twitch, and we are over their nonsense. They choke on my woke. I got that from somebody. I don't know if it's a saying,
love it, dude.
But I like it.
The woke choke.
It's like it's ridiculous, and even when we do get our Twitch account back, I don't know how much we're going to dabble in it. I don't know. We got a lot of decisions to make moving forward, and there's a couple other little places we're looking at too. But man, thank you so much for supporting us on Rumble. We're doing well. 1,400 people watching us live. It looks like we're trending on the front page. So thanks. Go to Rumble. It's really
refreshing.
It's really refreshing, and here's what's going to even be more refreshing on Rumble.
No fear.
Is when we're done with the terrestrial shows, except for Mondays, we're going to do our after shows over there, and we can kind of get into stuff that we usually can't get into over at Rumble. So go to rumble.com. It's real simple. RUMBLE, rumble.com. Search The Bubba Army with no spaces. And just, first of all, sign up for an account, whatever. It's free. And then when you search for your favorite stations, search for us, The Bubba Army, all one word, and follow us. And this is where we'll be live every morning. We'll also be on YouTube and Facebook until they throw us off. And again, all after shows, and including Anna's 199. Anna makes her DJ debut, Bubba 199 with DJ Hum Sauce.
Yep.
Dumbest name ever.
It's pending.
DJ Hum Sauce pending, dumbest name ever.
Yep.
Friday night, 8 o'clock, 8 to 10. That's what we got going on. So thank you. And I think we got more people watching us on Rumble right now than we usually do on Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
Thank you.
I mean, we combined the numbers over the break. It was over 2,000. So,
I watched the Jared Fogle. It was really crappily produced.
Is it Jared like Subway Jared?
Yeah, and he's spending 16 years in prison for. Now he only. I don't want to say this is
only,
but
God.
Realistically, he
was limited to.
He had sex with, I think, a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old prostitute in New York. And then he got pornographic images of the guy that was the president of his foundation's children.
Oh.
Now, yeah. Now,
well, did they tell you what started all this?
Yes, it was a radio personality
in Sarasota.
Yeah, some block rocket. Now, here's the thing, Blitz. I watched the documentary, and they really focused too much on it. Made it all about her for I think it was 3, maybe 4 episodes, and it was all about. They spent way too much time on her, and not enough time on the real salacious stuff that happened. It was all about her, and she's got all this PTSD, and she was like, okay.
You're talking about the 17-year-old hooker?
I'm going to be honest with you.
No.
So in 2006, the American Heart Association asked this local radio personality on some unknown Sarasota. I don't even know what station it was. Blitz might be able to find it.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. Just a local.
That might be the trailer.
Yeah, and this hog.
Oh.
And she's like this local radio personality in Sarasota, which I don't know, some low power translator deal, but it wasn't. It's not. Blitz. It wasn't any like I think 106.9, and there's a few other pretty decent Sarasota based stations, but for the most part, it was an unknown station. And up until he actually got into the having sex with the 16 and 17-year-olds in New York and the stuff that he got from Indiana, his what was the guy's name that ran his foundation, and his wife got even more years. I forget what the guy's name is, but I didn't think what he did or said. He said some pretty incriminating stuff to this girl. So he starts.
Russell Taylor?
Yeah, Russell Taylor, and his wife was named Angie. She was hot, by the way. So here's how this goes down. 2006, Jared Fogle is, the Subway guy, and the American Heart Association's got him, and Subway, in conjunction with Subway, has him flying all over America, talking to young kids about eating healthy, because he was this fat ass that lost 243 pounds on literally, he didn't have a stomach staple or anything like that. He literally ate like at noon. His first meal would be like at noon. Zachary Fueto, is that how you say it, Lummy?
Yeah.
Fueto, $20. Twitch is a bitch.
A little Samoan.
That's what he said. So he was at Bloomington, the same place the great Mark Cuban went to, IU University, home of Bobby Knight, Isaiah Thomas, Ken Benson, some other studs, Kevin Westover, Lee Corso, Mark Cuban, and Jared Fogle from Subway. So he's this fat ass, and they even go back and find like a couple of hot chicks who went to his high school and said he was fat, and everybody made fun of him. He was like real decap-ish. And everybody made fun of him. Yeah. And he was like a real nerd, and he was really fat.
But
I
was fat?
I was fat in life, and I still am fat in life, but in high school, I wasn't that fat. I was like 218, 220. Starting captain of the football team with three other dudes, Larry Plummer, Bart Hannaf, Chris Stein, starting nose guard and starting offensive right tackle. Two-way starter, Lummy. Nice. With a C-patch, kid.
Nice.
So, I didn't start gaining weight until I got into radio. Even through college, I was on steroids and jacked up, moon fat. I looked like I was retaining water, but I could bench 505.
Nice.
Because I have short little arms. I'm made for benching. Just like an inch to go. I got a total of like 3-inch travel. So, Jared Fogle's this fat ass. He goes to Bloomington, and he comes up with this diet where at like noon, he eats a 6-inch tuna sub. And then like at 6, he eats a 6-inch veggie.
Now he's getting 6 inches twice a day.
And by the way, with like nothing on it.
Dan.
Come on.
Stop.
We're on Rumble now, I thought.
Yeah, we are, but damn. You're trying to get the strap back with brilliance, not.
Okay, I'm sorry, no.
You're not going to get the strap back with being a douche.
I wasn't even thinking strap. It just came to me.
Sorry. Yeah. No problem. So, so he lost 204. I got to understand, like, Anna, can somebody do like maybe a caloric?
A turkey sandwich from there, half a 6-inch, like a 6-inch turkey sandwich without the mayo, without the cheese.
Yeah, he had nothing, like basically nothing on it.
Like it was just like turkey, lettuce, tomato, and bread.
Yeah.
Is probably like 300 or 400 calories.
All right, so call it 4, and then a veggie has to be even less. I think that's no meat. Like like
350. Maybe
all right.
4,
So he was doing like, let's say
depends on the bread.
Let's say 800. Let's say 800-900, and you're rolling around at 350 or 400. You're rolling around at 400.
The veggie sandwich without cheese, you can get it down to 230 calories.
230.
Wow.
So when you're a fat ass and your body's used to consuming 5,100 a day to maintain your weight, and you're zipping that on down to 900, man, you're gonna lose a lot of weight. And he did. So he becomes Jared. Jared from Subway. He is making like $1 million a year from them. He's traveling all over.
He's bringing his old pants.
Yeah, bringing his old pants.
I just remember the pants from the commercial as a kid.
And he was targeting They had him walking in. They had him pretty much targeting middle schoolers and high schoolers about eating right.
It was a good idea. The whole campaign was a good idea.
It was a great idea until he, we knew that he liked 7-year-olds.
7.
Was it 7 or was it?
No,
17.
So listen. So this.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
So American Heart Association calls this block rockin' bitch over here in Sarasota and says, will you have Jared on your show tomorrow? He's going to be like at the local middle school. This is in Sarasota.
Okay.
And she's like, sure. So she, now she looked a lot better back then, and she was kind of attracted, had some jacked up jugs.
Okay.
With a little blonde hair chaser.
Neither here nor there, but yes.
Well,
so,
it does matter.
It does matter because
interesting.
Jared started kind of taking a liking to her.
Yeah.
He was going through a divorce.
Oh, okay.
And he kind of taken a liking to her. So she.
The DJ?
Yes, the radio personality. So she starts establishing a relationship, but she won't kick it out wide. She's a tease. And so, like, he wants to blast her. They met in a hotel one time, and he got a little handsy. And she ran out. And, like, so up until it started getting real dirty, I was kind of like, well, this bitch is kind of setting him up a little bit. So she would secretly record him. So he would be like in New York or L.A. or San Fran or Indy or Detroit or something. And at night, when he was back in his hotel room, he would call her up and they would talk for hours on end because he kind of liked her. But she was really, really trying to get. So they were at this middle school in Sarasota. This is what started it all. They were at this middle school in Sarasota. And
is this before or after they are hanging out?
This is when they first met.
Okay.
So he'd been on the show. And they went to a middle school in Sarasota, and he whispered in her ear before the kids came in that he really, really liked young middle school girls.
Yeah.
He said that. He goes, I really like young middle school girls.
Well, why would he say that? Doesn't seem. That seems like completely. That doesn't make any sense.
Not only does it not make any sense, but he did say it. It's verified that he did, and that's what he liked. Like, it goes on to show you that indeed he likes it. So she kind of has her guard up. So she kind of takes it upon herself to do this investigation on him. So every phone call that he would call, she would try to get him into talking about.
Yeah, she was like baiting him into talking about this.
So the whole her whole relationship.
I completely
with him
agree with you, Blitz. Like she, if he hadn't done the other stuff, she borderline entrapped him.
Okay.
She did.
Yeah.
So I mean, she's not a cop, so she can't entrap. But but generally, yes, she did.
So she gets all these tapes. I'm talking like 50 cassette tapes of him and her talking at night, and he did say some very inappropriate things.
Yes.
Like, for instance,
to her. Okay.
She had like a 7 and a 9-year-old, and he asked which one she thinks he would like naked. Like, he asked her, hey, of your 2 kids, which ones do you think I might like naked? And so. Listen, I'm not condoning. He's a
well, and he said, like, do you want to see me get down with other kids? Like, would you want to watch that?
Yeah, right. Now, at
he's
this point,
the worst criminal ever.
But now, at this point, this is all just talk.
Yeah.
This is all just talk. Now, I'm not saying the son of a bitch should have gotten. I was pulling for him to get 30 years.
Sure.
Because he goes on to do some really bad stuff. But up until this point, the first couple episodes of this thing, it's on the ID network, and I'm like. I know that he's a sick bastard. I know that he's probably where he belongs to be, which is in prison. But she's really kind of like...
Oh, that's right. He also asked, too, if she could put a webcam in her kid's room so he could watch it.
Right, but she didn't do it.
Right, no, I know.
And again, listen, I don't want anybody to think that I'm sticking up for Jared Fogle, because he is a sick bitch that needs to be where he is. But up until this point... It's borderline, hearsay / words, I don't know. I mean,
what is her response when he says stuff
like this? Well, she just always laugh it off.
Well, she was kind of baiting him into it, so she was like kind of going with it. Like,
right,
that'd be great, wouldn't it? Like, she wouldn't do anything, but she would
I understand.
And she would be like, okay, so when you go to this is one of the conversations that they showed. She would be like, so did you go in any middle schools today? And he was like, yeah. And I will tell you, man, out of all the sick stuff that he said, it was answering her questions.
Right.
And so she goes, so would you like to see some of those middle schoolers naked? And he would be like, yeah. But I don't think we'd ever be able to do that because I don't know how I would be able to pull that off. But I would like, so then, I mean, that's not good.
Right.
I don't know if it's illegal to say that. I mean, again, I don't want anybody to think that I'm sticking up for this sick
No,
bastard.
you're saying what's in line with the law and what's
right,
not. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So she goes to the FBI and with all these tapes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they are like, listen, they got an ongoing investigation and stuff, but,
Already?
Well, no, because they started an investigation.
Oh, okay.
Well, then she feels like they're not doing enough. So she goes to the Sarasota local police. Well, the Sarasota local police are like, listen, technically he's not committed a crime in Sarasota.
Right.
And then,
in fact, she has by taping him without his consent.
I don't know if Florida's a 1 or 2 party state.
It's a 2-party state.
Florida's 2-party.
And so it was what she did was illegal.
Right.
Right.
And just audio, right? No.
Yep. The audio, and it's illegal to tape someone's conversations in Florida without them knowing it.
Right. So trust me, I know. Statute of limitations, well, that's 5 years. Thank God. So the Sarasota cop goes to the FBI, and they're like, "Listen, we have an ongoing open investigation, but right as now, So they tell this block rockin' bitch, this blonde ambition to her, settle down. You cannot. So she threatens that she's going to talk about all of this, all these tapes, and play these tapes on her show.
Mm-hmm.
And the FBI is like, you can't do that because it'll shut him down.
Yep.
If he's going to do something wrong, we want to get him, but you're going to alert him, and he's going to shut it down.
And they also said, we can't really use these tapes in court or anything, so like we basically have nothing right now.
Right, and they kind of told her, Dan, that, you've taped these illegally. These are not admissible in court. None of them.
Yeah, so we can't really do anything. And really, it's just talk at this point.
Right.
So
that's okay. I mean, that's not okay. But because if you're that sick, you're going to act on it eventually. Words eventually, man, if you're into that sickness and you're affluent, you're going to probably, and the FBI knew that he's probably going to act on it. Well, so it kind of goes cold. Nothing's really happening. And she's seeing him on TV every day, this block rockin' bitch, and he's just straight killing it.
Mm-hmm.
He's Jared from Fogel. Fogel.
Everybody loves him.
Yeah.
Jared from
crazy,
Fogel.
but I can promise.
This is the DJ. And the only thing I think, Blitz, if they could have given us half as much screen time on this chick and really got into the sick stuff that he did more so. Like I
that's
think
what she used to look like.
Yeah, okay, when he was sweating her.
Yeah,
that's what she looked like.
Okay, well, way different.
Yeah,
way different.
Right, she has not waged. She has not seen Dan and the Morpheus and Botox or anything.
And Ozempic and all the other stuff.
No, it is all true.
Oh my God. Subway.
By the way, Blitz, Fox Nation nailed the production value.
Oh, cool.
Of Jesse Smollett.
I'll have to watch it.
The ID channel. This was hack.
Yeah, the Fox, they do really good on those documentaries. They got a bunch of them.
Just the quality of transitions and like the ID network. This looked like crap.
They use iMovie to do it.
It looks like me and the Merch Crick and Rhett got together over the weekend and threw it together on iMovie.
Nice.
It's the worst.
The Kevin Costner Yellowstone one's really good on Fox.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Somebody. He became an icon.
Of Jared saying what he wanted to do.
All right, so this is how this all shakes out. This is where they really should have picked it up. So he had a Jared Fogle Foundation that would go and do nice, philanthropic things to people for kids and fat asses and people that needed help. Hello.
Hey, Bubba, this is Lenny from Sarasota.
Well, by the way, 1,524 on the Rumble. If you're trying to visually watch us, go to rumble.com, sign up for an account. It's free, and search the Bubba Army and watch us daily. Costs you nothing. It's free. Yes, what do you need, buddy?
Go Rumble. Woo. Anyway, I used to work at that station that she was at. And she wasn't actually a DJ. She was like a paper place, like 820.
She was like, so she was a brokered.
Correct, yes.
Oh, by the way, we're not a pay per play on AM 820. Some people do have to pay on 820.
The weekend guys.
I'm not one of them.
I figured you were.
And that's very common.
Yeah, AM has become brokered. I'm not one of them.
Right, but this wasn't a brokered station, so she was basically taping a show and making it and then putting it out there and paying for it.
Right. I have you seen the Jared Fogle documentary on the ID network?
Yeah, and she has not, gotten any different than she was back then.
What don't you think that they made it way too much about her? Now, I appreciate her efforts. I appreciate she was the first one that knew about this, but didn't it feel a little entrappy?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
and now listen, the things that he went on to do, the guy he really got charged with, absolutely are a problem, and he's where he needs to be. But I thought they could have completely, just really glossed over the fact that this all started with a radio personality in Sarasota that befriended him and started taping. They could have wrapped her, instead of making her 3 episodes, they could have made her 15 minutes.
I don't know if I don't know how deeply they covered it on the episode, but he was actually after her daughter. That was one of the things. She kind of put her out there as bait.
Yeah, I know. That. Well, he started out liking her, and then once he found out that she had 2 kids, one was a 7-year-old daughter, then he started directing his attention to her. But still, they gave this bitch 3 episodes, and they could have given her 22 minutes, and you would have had it all.
Yeah. Basically.
So, all right, buddy, man. Thank you for the heads up. Go to Rumble immediately and watch us. So here's what really happened. So there was this guy in Indiana who knew a guy. That's how it goes. You know how it always goes. Like, Dan, some of the stuff we're getting ready to maybe get into is a guy that knows a guy, right?
Right.
Somebody that knows a guy.
Right.
So there's this dude who knows a guy, and there's this dude that knows a guy, and that guy is his wife is friends with Angie Taylor.
Okay.
And Angie Taylor is the wife of the guy that's running Jared Fogle's foundation.
Russell Taylor.
Gotcha.
And Angie Taylor and Russell Taylor are married. Well, Angie Taylor had 2 daughters by another marriage who were about 13, 14, 15. And he was, Russell Taylor was their stepfather. Now, Angie Taylor was kind of this hot bitch. She was kind of hot, like smoking hot. And she, it first started out with a guy's wife knew Angie, and Angie was doing bestiality stuff.
Oh, my God.
And so the wife goes to her husband or something like that and says, hey, I think this is illegal. My friend Angie Taylor just sent me a picture of her. I'm assuming a dog. I don't know if it was a dog, a horse, a pony. I don't know what it was. And
pangolin.
A pangolin. One of those. What do they say that caused COVID now?
The raccoon dog. It's a raccoon dog.
She was, doing.
They say it was a raccoon dog.
You didn't hear that, Anna?
No.
You didn't hear? They're saying COVID came from a raccoon dog.
Yeah, the latest thing from the U.S. now is that it came from a raccoon dog.
Yeah, Joe Biden said
in China.
Yeah. Raccoon dog.
What man?
Screw the pig.
It wasn't from a lab.
No.
Nope.
Raccoon
dogs.
Raccoon dog.
Them pesky raccoon dogs.
Them dirty dogs.
I missed that.
Yeah. Even I knew that.
I didn't want to get into that one, but
I know.
Please.
So anyway, listen. So this Angie Taylor is blasting something, and so the buddy, the woman that's getting these texts from Angie, wanting to know if she wants to do it or something like that. And by the way, Angie Taylor isn't this toothless like white trash bitch from Etwood, Indiana. She's from an affluent part of Indiana. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's hot. She's a hot MILF running wild. She's got these 2 daughters, and she is, I guess they're either swingers or they're into a lot of stuff. Her and what's the guy's name?
Different species.
Russell.
And one of the things they're into is her, doing dogs. And so the wife gives it to the guy. The guy knows an Indiana state trooper. And so the Indiana state trooper gets these images and calls his captain and says, hey, the Taylors, Angie Taylor and Russell Taylor, who run the Jared Fogle Foundation, are doing these sort of things, and, which could be bad. So the Indiana State Police get a search warrant for their home. And once they get a search warrant for their home, they discover that Russell Taylor has the house all cameraed up, and he is videotaping the 15 and 16-year-old daughters, and when they're in the shower, when they're masturbating, when they're having friends over. And Russell Taylor, it shows, encourages these two girls to, like, he has dildos on their bed with porn sites pulled up, and he encourages them to be very, way more sexual than the average 14 and 15-year-old girl should be.
And he's the stepfather?
He's the stepfather. The wife is in on it, Angie, and they provide weed and alcohol and have all the young people that these two stepdaughters know all party at the Taylor's house because, there's weed and beer and booze and they're screwing and there's just all kinds of stuff. Well, meanwhile, the whole house is taped. And he sends these tapes to Jared Fogle. He sends all of these tapes to Jared Fogle. So Jared Fogle gets all this stuff because he's into it.
Right.
Watches all of it, and then also they got him. They got him for all of that. I guess that's a big time crime if you cross state lines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's watching
Federal.
all the Then, while he was in New York, he specifically reached out to various pimps and things, and they have all these text messages and stuff that he wants young as girls as he can find.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up hooking up with a 16 and a 17-year-old, which isn't really that young, but needless to say is very, very illegal.
Mm-hmm.
And so they end up getting him. They throw the one Taylor. What's the guy's name? Russell. They throw Russell Taylor in jail first. He's first to get 30 years. He gets 30 years for, taping his stepdaughters, just all kinds of different charges, right? They get him first. Then they go and get Jared Fogle, get him on 16 years. They get Russell on 30 years. So the Angie bitch thinks that she's scot-free. So a judge overturns Russell. Now, while Russell goes to prison for 31 years, Angie divorces him. Of course, right? That's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh my God, he preyed upon my stepdaughters and stuff like that.
But wait a second. That destroys something.
Hold on.
That destroys a privilege.
Exactly.
I just thought about that.
Yeah, so hold on. He destroyed. So, dumb bitch. She divorces him. Well, the judge overturns his decision because he was misrepresented. His court-appointed attorney botched 3 different things up that he should have brought to the court's attention that he didn't. So Russell Taylor gets a new trial. Well, in his new trial, he now can testify as to what part his wife had into it.
Mm-hmm.
They go her up. She gets 36 years. Oh. Yeah, she gets 36 years. The good news. That just happened. That just happened last year. Now, the Jared Fogle thing was good. I mean, the only thing that sucked was this DJ part.
Well, because it was the show actually was about her tracking him down, so that's why.
Yeah.
Tree a bill, $100 cash, PayPal.
They should have just made it from the Taylors on.
Yeah,
I agree, but I forget the title or whatever was how she tracked him down. That was what it was about.
Yeah, well, shit, felt really entrappy.
Yeah,
to me. Anyway, I mean, Jared Fogle got the least amount of anything. He only got 16 years. He gets out in 2029. She gets out in, I did some research. She gets out in 2050.
Jeez.
Oh,
Lummy, do you got a picture of her when she was at her hottest? Can you send me a picture of Angie Taylor? Yeah. Wait till you see her. And here's the deal, man. Had she just not sent her dog pic or her horse pic to her little girlfriend, this may have never, ever been exposed. Because I don't know that the federal government had enough on Fogle based on the Block Rock.
No, they said no, and they basically they didn't close it, but they said no, we're done. We can't use any of this.
Not unless he comes to Florida and does something of this nature, right? There she is.
Now,
she's serving 37.
Did the Florida DJ? Did she ever bang him, or do we know?
Well, on the documentary, it said that she went over to his hotel in West Palm Beach one time, and he started kind of trying to grab her thighs and stuff.
Oh.
Then he went to the bedroom. He went to the bathroom to go pee, and she ran out and made some excuse that her kids had,
Yeah, that's what she says.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if he wanted to, I don't know if he really was into.
I mean, I saw a picture of them two together. Like, she looked okay.
Yeah.
I get
That
it.
could have been his beard.
Yeah. Adult beard.
Yeah, but really he was into her 7-year-old because he was like, I like to see pictures of your kid. And you know
It's
what?
disgusting. All of it's gross.
Maybe she, I don't know. Maybe
The
she's not such a
bestiality
good
part-
mom.
The bestiality part's gross. All the entrapment stuff's gross.
Yeah.
The underage stuff is gross. Makes you really be concerned about stepfathers because they have no blood ties to the
Of course.
children,
Yeah.
and they can easily exploit them. And most kids that are exploited by a father is really a stepfather.
Usually. It's called stepfather syndrome. Anyway, Dan, you're getting ready. I mean, has anything intensified over the weekend with your
She had a
hot 15-year-old?
Oh, my.
She had a.
And I say that affectionately as a friend. Dan,
Yes.
your daughter is beautiful. You're my friend. I think I can say that your daughter's hot.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah,
I
maybe you
wouldn't
shouldn't.
say hot.
Beautiful's fine.
Especially right after
Yeah.
the Gerafoglu talk.
Yeah,
Right.
it's hot 15-year-old. Wow.
Well, first of all, Dan, I mean, you and I are probably into some freaky stuff in our private life, but
They don't involve 15-year-olds.
I would hope that you would know, in the midst of whatever my reputation is, or I've been charged with, or whatever, that if Sophia needed picked up at school because you and Romina were incapacitated and there are no other family members, I think you would trust me to pick up your daughter.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not saying what you said was bad. It just sounded bad.
It did.
Especially after talking about all this.
Dan, with all the ins and outs that you're going through right now, including quit smoking, was there any more ins and outs with the Sophia is a pretty chick and the guys are sniffing around the buckle brush?
Yes, she had like a little walk around date at Hyde Park Saturday night.
Oh.
And she's on dates all the time.
Well, it was with a girlfriend of hers and the guy, and then the girlfriend had to skate out.
Same guy, though, right?
Same guy.
Okay.
And then we came and picked her up, and I actually met the kid.
Oh.
And?
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Can we get into that next?
Sure.
All right, cool.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Yeah, let me. I'll be fast.
Tea time. What's up, Steve? Graduate?
It's nice and warm in here.
Yep. You know, residual checks from
Did you get
there.
your toy back yet, Dan?
Full his fishing? No, for this week.
Okay.
They said I hired you to follow with a drone. Good idea. Okay, I got it now. Let me 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Morning. Champ, JB4. Trying to find that other one, but I can't even. Like, nothing's coming. I checked every single one that I've ever had email wise, and nothing's coming up. I thought I made a note on it, but I think what they did was they took it off my.
They did it wrong.
They took it off my.
I'll get a hold of that guy today.
Jacob Rumble does have chat. Yeah. And if you find that it is linked to one, then that I have, then just let me know. What's up, Big Arms 101? Right, big ledger. Smash it. There you go, big arms. Oh my eyes, good morning. Chat, Jacob Buckler.
There's a decent turnout.
I'm reading chat
Saturday.
currently.
For this pressure?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to, and then I didn't want to because I didn't want to.
Yeah, no, I know.
Did you get to Michael Bourne?
Yeah.
Did you see Sophia Rowing?
No,
So I dropped her off at like 7.
Okay.
And then I just went straight home and fell asleep. I was tired. Just for some reason I was tired this week.
They had a lot of cops there this weekend.
What do you mean?
Because people were doing burnouts, I guess, past few months.
Leaving?
Yeah, and the people in the apartments were complaining, so there was like 6 cops there.
Just to sort of just intimidate people, or were they pulling people over?
Mainly to intimidate.
Fire
They said if people
Joyce's
get crazy,
son.
they pulled them over. It was the
Good morning, Nick. We got
the one guy that I know that was
Good
always at the other
morning,
car
Jamie
show.
Fun, Jamie
He
Fun.
was there, and I talked to
The
him.
one that was on the Reeves one?
Mm-hmm.
That tall guy?
Yeah.
That's nice, that says hi?
Yeah, he's cool as hell.
Yeah.
that guy. Actually, he was talking his kids. Although he's got a son, he's like 2. He's like wants to start getting him into go-karts and stuff. So I said, well, honestly, at 2, just buy him toys, driving toys.
Right.
You know, just learn that this means go left. That means, just do that. So he's gonna do it.
It's good advice.
Yeah. But he's always been cool. He's like, look, as long as you don't cause a big problem. He said, but the problem is the people in the apartments call and complain if there's any kind of loud noise or anything. So.
Everyone's a fucking Karen.
Yeah.
Tired of shit. Everybody. So.
And he was always cool. Or he said basically, as long as you don't break traction, do anything crazy, you're good.
Well, you can't get in trouble for driving a car.
No, I know.
There's no law against that.
Right. If they can do the old, reckless driving.
You pull out and slide and make noise
No, I know,
like that,
but
but just revving, they can't do shit for.
I know.
They're gonna say, well, you broke the sound ordinance.
Right.
Well, where's your proof of it?
Right.
Show me the evidence.
No, and they've always been really cool.
Yeah, they are.
They have to.
You hit a button.
Oh, you pushed that button.
Yeah.
I didn't
that
push
black
any.
thing.
Yeah, you push this button.
Oh.
That one.
Okay, so
it should. There it goes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. I was just trying to put this up here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Speed Racer SO26. Good morning.
Good morning, 25's big ass nose. What was up?
There's a Subway market being fun. What's up, Instar?
Yeah, trick me. One whole pack all at once. Put 20 in my mouth and light it. It's like one big bonfire. I feel like doing that.
Zach G, good morning.
You're not gonna do any like patch or anything. Just.
If I do a patch, I'll just be over my right eye. So the patch I'm doing is a pirate patch.
Sub Unity.
Coming tomorrow with a patch over an eye. Tell me stop smoking.
Both eyes.
Huh?
Both eyes.
What's up, JBJB4?
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge The Bubba the Love Sponge Show, which we might be moving most of our visual operations over to Rumble. I like it over here.
I love it.
So thank you. Go to rumble.com. It's so easy. And it's not that we're necessarily really right. meaning right-leaning. I would say that the show probably leans more right than... But I feel as if the show is like straight libertarian more than anything.
I think it really is, if you really want to be objective about it, because, we don't believe in one way or the other way. We all believe in being able to say what you want to say, being able to think what you want to think, and being able to do what you want to do as long as it's not infringing on other people's privacy and rights.
Yep. Live and let live.
Yeah. And like
we might think your idea is dumb, but we still want to hear it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm
I
willing to
want to hear it, but we'll allow it.
But no. It's good to hear other people's opinions and other perspectives on something, because it educates you, and you should give the other person that you're listening to the respect to listen to their conversation, listen to their points, their argument, and then reply to it. Don't just shut it down by calling them a name or saying they're stupid or their conversation is stupid or the thought or their philosophy is stupid. Listen to them and then have an intelligent response, and that's all about what a conversation's about. But when you just say like, no, you're dumb. That's dumb.
You can't talk.
You can't. I mean, that's just juvenile, and that doesn't promote any
open discourse,
positive transition.
Take a breath,
people.
Dan.
Be open to changing your mind too. Don't be married to your ideas. Or
not change your mind.
Divorce.
Or not change your mind, but don't get in trouble for your mind, nonetheless.
Yeah, certainly not.
Right. And, again, I think that a lot of people would be more in line with other people if they just listened to them. And so we are not trying to split people and make people all think differently. We all do need to come together along the lines of things that we can agree on, and then maybe make some positive change.
Jason Ferris on the Venmo, thank you so very much. Appreciate it, my friend. So we're talking about your daughter.
Oh, yes.
Just turned 16 or 15?
Talk about this again?
Yeah.
15, 16?
15.
And she's starting to attract older boys.
Older?
Just her age. She's a freshman too. Just boys.
Oh, I thought the guy was a couple years older.
No.
Okay.
He's like a couple months older,
Well,
but he's still a freshman.
She's starting to date, nonetheless, which is the natural progression. And it's a scary time for you and your wife,
right?
Because it just is. When you have a daughter, it's different than a son. You're very protective.
Yes.
And listen, arguably, as parents, we're hypocritical. What wouldn't be a problem for little Danny would be a problem for Sophia.
Absolutely.
Really?
Double standard.
Yeah, as a society, we are.
We have a double standard.
When Anna was 17, if she was just slutting it up, she would have been.
Well, you could have seen me at 17.
No, but you would have been typecast differently than if you had a brother that was 17 and slutting it up.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, nonetheless, you're starting to embark upon that journey as she's 15 and she's attractive and she's starting to get some attention from boys, and she is going on these little mini dates. One of which was Friday or Saturday? Saturday. And how did it go?
It went well, and first of all, she was really reluctant to even let me know about it. And
wonder why?
Because she's scared. Everybody's scared.
Scared of me, yeah, which is good.
Well,
but
good,
the whole
but
thing
not.
was the whole thing was that she was wanting to do
but
something.
I guarantee you, Romina knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So she wanted to do something Thursday night. It fell through because she had homework. Friday night, for some reason, didn't happen. So it ended up happening on Saturday night. Now, I thought I was going to get suckered into a formal dinner with his parents on Saturday night.
What?
Oh.
That quick?
With his parents?
Hold on.
Well, they were like, they were
It's too early, Dan.
How long have they been talking?
No, I mean, like a month.
Oh, I'm saying like a formal.
Like
after a month,
family to family dinner.
I have to do like a dinner.
They haven't
with the parents.
They haven't even kissed yet.
No,
Oh,
they
man.
haven't.
Is this like
that you know of.
I didn't think they
By the
held
way,
hands.
guess what, Dan? You'll be the last to know.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm just saying. So,
Lovely.
all right. So Saturday.
So I was really had zero.
So who comes
plans on going to dinner with another?
No, hold on.
family.
Who comes to you and your family, and puts this potential possibility up?
Oh, Ramina's been like the town caller. She was like, okay, this is what we're going to do now. I'm like, no.
All right, so Saturday night you're hanging out, and all of a sudden Romina brings up, hey, oh, Donnie, Sophia is dating this guy, and we would like to go to dinner with their family.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. There's a 0 chance I'm having dinner with this kid's parents. I haven't even met the kid yet.
Yeah.
I want to choke him, and I gotta pretend like I like his parents.
Right.
0 chance.
Right. So,
0.
So how does that get relayed back to Sophia?
Well, magically, it doesn't happen because I'm such a dick about it.
But you know what? You are a dick. You're absolutely a dick most of the time.
Until you need me.
But I can until Anna has a hematoma on her ear and needs a couple cc sucked
and then
out.
I'm a mensch.
So, but at this point, I don't think any of us guys who have a 15-year-old daughter who's gone out who likes this one kid for a little bit, and you haven't even met the kid. All of a sudden, we're now expected to do a full-blown dinner with the family. I don't think there's a guy in here from Blitz to me to Lummy to Rhett that would be cool with. I'd be like, hell no, I ain't meeting the kid. I am not having.
It makes it sound like they're getting married or something.
Right. So I'm backing you on this, buddy.
Thank you.
So that gets probably squashed down to. Now, does Romina drive her down to the meeting spot?
Okay, so the way it's going to work now is that Sophia's with one of her girlfriends that she spent the whole day with, and the two of them are going to hang out with the kid for a little bit because she blew him off Thursday. Nothing happened Friday, and she felt badly. Now, I'm driving her Saturday morning at 6:45 a.m. to
in the morning
crew practice,
which is where she met him.
Right. Which she met him at a meet. But
and she's gonna be. And is he gonna be there?
No. This is just her school's crew practice.
Oh,
it's
okay.
not the. It's not like
it's not the meet.
No.
Okay.
So
now,
I'm like, hey, so what do you want to do today after practice? She said, I'm gonna probably be a little tired. Like, what do you want to do tonight? She goes, well, I may want to go to Hyde Park with my friend and Cohen. I'm like, Cohen? She goes, that boy, you know who he is. I'm like,
hold on now. You're already in a bad mood because your Ferrari's in the shop.
Right.
You're up on at 6:30 on a Saturday morning.
6:45 on a Saturday morning.
Not going to the car show.
Right. Only one more day left of smoking, and not going to the car show where most men go.
Right.
And
not going to the 12 hours of Sebring.
No, none of that.
Which I could have gone to.
Right. So at this point, you're informed that Cohen might be, hanging out with your daughter on Saturday night.
Right. Cohen's going.
So how did
to die?
What did you say?
I said.
By the way, almost 1,600 on
That's
Rumble
incredible.
right now. That is incredible for our first day.
Oh yeah, we were already over 16. We were 1650 at one
Wow.
point.
God, do you think we could get 2 Gs? Probably not. Anyway, Dan. So what do you say?
So I said, do you like this kid? She goes, I don't know. Sometimes I think he's ugly.
Sometimes I think he's
really. I go, do you got other kids like talking to you and other boys trying to talk to you and get to know you? She goes, yeah, but they're usually ugly. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm loving this. I'm loving it. She thinks everybody's ugly.
Yeah, perfect. Every dude's ugly.
Every dude's ugly.
Right.
Loving it. That's
Keep
what I
it
wanted
going.
to say. God bless you, Sophie.
Right. Sophia, you're hitting all the right answers, unlike your mom.
And I'm like, have you done anything? Like, have you held hands? No. Have you kissed him? No. I'm like, and I hear, some of these girls are drinking at your age. She goes, I know. A lot of my classmates are drinking. I said, you're not drinking, right? She goes, no, I don't even like alcohol. I'm like, okay, Sophie, I just want to tell you one thing.
By the way, but right now she's saying all the right things.
Yes.
And whether she just knows how to play her dad or not, but it's still, up in the air. Go ahead.
I said, Sophia, you're saying all the right things. I'm just, that's exactly what you just said. I'm thinking to myself, you're doing perfectly, kid. But listen, I said, Sophie, I understand there's going to be boys wanting to talk to you, and it's okay. Just be respectful. Don't do anything stupid. Now, here's 2 things that are rules. You do not drink outside of the house. If Mom lets you have a sip of wine or something like that so you can taste it, that's fine. But the last thing you want to do is have someone put something in one of your drinks and then you wake up and get taken advantage of. You do not want that. That was going to be the worst day of your life. And the other thing is, I said, it's okay that, you're being slow with the boys. That's okay. I said, Pitty's daughter didn't really even have her first boyfriend until she was in college. And so she was an athlete, and she was focused on school and athletics. And I said, that's a good way to do it because the girls
Aunt Anna didn't even have her first kiss until she was 40.
Right.
Okay,
I said, because the girls that are really loose in school are all poor and pregnant by the time they're 20.
Right.
Poor and pregnant.
All right.
So she listened to me. And so she goes in the little thingy. So Romina drops her off at 5. We end up going to get some sushi. and we picked him up like at like 7.
Did you try
2 hours
did you try to
together?
spy on him a little bit beforehand?
Nope,
Okay.
not at all. And she answered the phone when I called her. Her girlfriend was with her for an hour and 20 of the 2 hours. And then when we got there, he was there with her. They were just kind of sitting down on the bench. He came up and very respectfully held out his hand, shook my hand, looked me in the
That's
eye.
impressive.
Okay. Did he say hello? My name
Was
is.
he ugly like she said?
He's got that big puffy hair. They all have that now. All the
That
kids.
man bun Willie kind of deal.
Oh
I
my
like big
God!
puffy
it looks
hair.
But did he look at you in
stupid.
the eye and say
Looked
hello?
like a man.
Hello,
Yes.
hello.
Yes.
Did he say Dr. Diaco? Or?
Yes.
He did say
nice.
doctor,
Yes,
not
he
Mister.
did. He did say doctor. He's smart.
Did he say hello, Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire?
No, he just said doctor, which was cool.
4-8 Diacos.
You know they were rehearsing that before you got there.
Sure.
It's doctor!
Sophia's like, I just want to tell you right now, my dad's really big on titles and everything. So like right now, I just know, like when he comes around the corner, when you have to get up, you have to look him in the eye, shake his hand, and you must call him a doctor. Dr.
And what is
Dan.
that Bankman-Fried hair? Someone said it's just like that big puffy hair. He just would choke a kid.
But hold on, he stood up like a man, and how did he say it?
He just said it was nice to meet you, Dr. Diaco. I'm like, nice to meet you too, Cohen.
Newman.
Cohen.
Newman.
And,
So
but I mean,
apparently-
but hold
apparently
on,
it's a
but
nice
hold on,
Jewish
Dan.
family, so at least he's circumcised.
But hold on, Dan.
Oh God,
Dan, that's too much. But listen, that is better than anticipated.
Yes.
Because you're thinking that today's youth would have been like, yeah, hey, what's what's your name? Like, I mean, that was
that would be. I would have wished for that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up, dude?
I actually had to correct Lummy this weekend on how he answers me.
Really?
Did you see that, Lummy?
Oh, on the phone?
No, I did not see that.
Hold on, you did not see how when you say yeah, that I don't like that, and I asked you to please answer me with yes. You didn't see that
Via text or what?
when we were texting back and forth.
Oh,
Did
I'm
you
sorry.
actually miss that?
I'm sorry.
You did, didn't you?
Go back in your text right
Did
now.
you read it wrong?
Lummy, go back into your
Brain
text.
tired.
Go back into your text, and it's just me and you.
Oh, I read it wrong.
Oh, you did.
Of course you did.
You did.
Wow.
Does that change your whole weekend, Lummy?
Sure does.
Yeah. So listen.
What happened?
So I'm gonna tell you the truth. Saturday. Now, Blitz, this is exactly what you guys hate, but I don't care. Saturday at 4:36, I go, hey. Hey, it's tough for me to break that habit, okay?
No, I get it.
And so Lummy goes, hey, Bubba. I go, do we have, and Blitz, this is when I'm scrambling around and I'm kind of talking to you about what we're going to do. And just, by the way, on the description of Rumble, it needs to register R after sponge. If you could put that for tomorrow. No big deal. So I said, I go, hey, and Lummy comes back, hey, Bubba. I go, do we have the ability to go live on TikTok? Because I'm just trying to see what the hell our options potentially might be. And, whatever. Lummy goes, yeah, Y-E-A-H. I've gone live to test out. Lummy, that's me. That was me shaking my hand. I'm sorry. More behind. I've gone live
Lummy's waving you off.
to test things out after the goats to build up the hours that we need. So I said, so we could do an after show there. He answers me, Y-A, yeah. And I go, from the studios using our cameras? And he goes, yeah, Y-A.
Which the correct answer is no, by the way.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
And O, as of right now, anyway.
Anyway, even if it is yes, I prefer yes. So he goes, Y-A, yeah. I believe so. We've talked about it before.
I like that the fry with it too.
So I then say, Lummy, do you have your text right there?
Yes, I'm reading
Will you
it.
follow along with me?
Oh, I'm following along.
I said, may I ask a favor?
And then you put another message.
Yeah.
And I said, may I ask a favor? He didn't answer. I go, I hate ya. Could you please say yes?
Dude,
what did Lummy write?
Hold on. I was talking to Lummy because we were trying to figure all this out too, just the whole technical stuff, and he's like, I think Bubba said he hates me. I said, what do you mean? He goes, he texted and said, I hate you.
No,
freaking read?
I put, I hate ya.
Yeah. And
I
Lummy
hate
thought
you.
it meant that you said, I hate you, Lummy. Like, I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you.
People say, I hate ya. I hate ya.
I hate ya.
Yeah.
I hate ya. Could you please say yes? Because
put ya in quotes.
You're right. I didn't.
I hate ya.
I did. I mean, if you look at it, it does say, I hate ya.
Yeah, there's like 3 spaces, and he put, could you please say yes? So I'm thinking, is he asking me to put I hate you?
Right. Well, no, because me and Lummy are talking. He's like, by the way, he's like, Bubba said he hates me. I don't understand what I did or like what he goes. I said, what do you mean? He goes, yeah. He said, I hate you. I said, I don't know, man.
I just hate. I hate when somebody answers me. Yeah,
I understand that now.
This whole weekend, Lummy's like, Bubba hates me.
Yes.
And then I was confused as we didn't dig into the situation. Like you just kept going on.
Because I was like, I don't know what Bubba said. Did he tell me
why
that?
does Bubba hate me?
Did you show Ashley
my
this?
God.
Did you show Ashley?
No, I mean, I told her about it. Bubba said he hates me.
I don't hate you. I hate when you answer me. Yeah.
Okay, well that makes way
I got
more
it now.
sense
You gotta put that in quotes,
all day
Bubs.
I was like, okay, you know.
I hate.
What did I do?
Oh my God.
Now, is there anybody that feels the same as me? Like the
I
word-
hate ya. I hate it too. When
I understand
he
it.
texts me, when Lummy texts me with a YA, it's annoying.
It
I
is.
don't-
Let
I
me
don't-
like it
I don't
pisses me off.
It doesn't piss me off, but
It
it's
does
like,
me.
Hold on.
It's like something I would get from Danny or Sophia.
It's funny. The YA I don't like. YEAH I don't mind as much.
Me
I hate
either.
them both.
Yeah.
I hate them both.
No, Blitz, I'm completely on your page.
Okay.
YEAH, I can live with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can live. Yeah.
But the yaw.
But yeah.
Yeah.
That is just. Where did you learn that? That's so.
It's just a quick on that. Back when you started texting with the T9, it was easier to put YA instead of spell it out YEAH.
Well, no. How about YES?
I'll
Have you
just
ever
put
thought
yes.
about
many
I'll just do
letters.
yes from now on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But Lummy thought you hated him all
Oh,
weekend.
I
That's
did.
so funny.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Oh God. But Lloyd, then I did get real heat with you because you didn't fucking you blew me off on the deal. Like you didn't even say.
I wasn't. I didn't understand it.
I was expecting. I'm sorry. I won't. I'll use yes from now on.
Fucking.
I'm sorry, Bubba.
That's so funny.
Special delivery.
Yeah, late.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, videos. I hate ya.
That looks like Bubba abstract art, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. It's algae.
The seaweed bloom that comes.
Yeah, the sargasm.
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 I had a sarcastic orgasm.
So do they have another date set up?
I don't know.
Lord, dude. Yeah, that didn't coincide well with your quitting Siggy's.
Mm-mm.
Okay. No big deal. Thank you.
Gosh. Oh yeah, K is probably the worst. I hate that.
I can take K.
No, literally just the letter K.
I
hate
don't mind
shit.
that.
I don't like that. That just sounds like they're mad.
KK? How about KK?
KK is good. I double K it up. That works fine.
Might as well just go okay instead of KK.
Okay is, it just makes me feel like
good.
they're mad.
K's
okay,
fine.
exclamation point, great.
God, that's splitting hairs.
K,
Y'all just sucks.
yeah, sucks.
Okay would be good. Like if I said, okay, I'll meet you tomorrow at 3:00.
Okay.
Yeah,
How
but
about
on-
just K?
on text, you have to understand on text tone is lost, so we have to be careful.
How about just like a brown thumbs up?
That's great.
That'll
The darker the better. In my book. Good morning, Big Longer.
Speaking of darker, there's a black banana in the refrigerator. Like, I don't
Oh,
think
it's
I've ever
for the
seen
goats.
I've never seen a banana that dark.
Really?
Yeah.
It's because it was frozen. I brought it for the goats. It's in my house. I wonder if there's a way to change the display on Rumble. I don't like the white. I like it dark.
Just like your bananas.
Just like my bananas.
The black banana.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know if there's a
It's my new
dark
nickname.
mode. Boom.
The black banana.
Didn't see it, just saw it. Boom, nailed it. That looks so much better.
You did it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't that look better?
No, I like the dark. I like the white
Like the
background.
white.
Yeah.
Great. That guy looks familiar.
I am drinking a Rehab Monster.
Yes, it is perfect for banana bread, which I might be making more of, but I won't bring it in here because these people don't like it.
The what?
Banana bread.
I like banana bread. No nuts.
Okay. But not when I start doing crazy stuff like using almond flour. And
No,
stuff.
don't fuck it up
Sorry,
like
so,
that.
yeah,
This
right.
ruins it. I'm more than 100 calories.
Yep, trickiest of needs. I just figured it out.
I'm in the
Thought I
back
actually-
in
yep.
30 seconds.
I thought I'd do a different display deal, but it's on theme. And you hit the 3 lines. I like it. I like it. I was born in darkness, says Heather Wiz. Born in darkness. A little delay, not too bad. Don't worry about it. We're gonna figure it out. Good morning, gummed up. I was born in the darkness. Born in the darkness. Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ. Mention you in a story. Thank you, Gary Cantrell. Just gonna. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Alright, beautiful. Getting back to the people. Oh, God, alright. Good morning, thuggish, ruggish nerd. You also live in the darkness, DMS. I like saying DMS. Dark Match Steve. Just message you on the jizzle. What you eating, babes? Good morning, JBG4.
Hello, everybody.
Everybody.
Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Big Plunger.
Rock your body. Rock
Hen
your
Star.
body right.
25 big ass nose.
But she can't really take the boxers.
Why?
Because it's not crowded.
And I'm glad you guys were able to get your
Like the
steam
steroid
Why
would
is
help
those
them?
about mad? I called
The
them
steroid would help?
assholes. I never said those words.
The steroid will help?
Yeah.
Is that for like inflammation and shit?
Cool it off.
Mommy is dumb. Mommy is dumb.
Yes, Bubba, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Yes, Bubba, I'm dumb.
Streets back.
Is there not a lot of chat on Rumble?
There is.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Like mine's not moving.
Are you in chat? Who's
You're
your
on
last
the
chat?
app.
Dark Knight Steve?
No, my last chat's Bubba Army Mom, then me
Thanks,
saying yeah.
Dark Match Steve. God bless you too.
Just can I see your thing real quick?
What you eating, bub? Says Unity.
I had a
Thank you,
burrito.
Hinstar. You had a burrito
Wasn't doing
Breakfast?
that. I was trying to do that.
of the breakfast variety.
No ground
That
beef
work?
Willie.
Ground
I
beef
did it again.
Willie.
The live chat.
This is
boom.
my lunch.
His lunch at 8:57 in the a.m.
Well, I'll worry about that.
That's weird. Yeah.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, all at the Bubba Army.
And Zelle.
Zelle is Z-E-L-L-E, Zelle at thebubbaarmy.com. And yeah, I don't know if Twitch cares or not, but dear Twitch, on the average we would do 12 to 14, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but 12 to 1400.
Yeah.
We'd scratch 15 sometime if Anna was being extra slutty talk. But usually 12 to 13 Our first day on Rumble, and I think we've hit as high as 1,700. Lummy, you would know more than I would.
Yeah, 1753.
Our first day on Rumble, outside of your stupidness, we've already averaged 3 or 4 more hundred than on your stupid forum.
Mm-hmm.
What does that show you? People, probably the average person, appreciates Rumble and what they represent far more than I'm not even going to call you what I want to call you here because it could potentially get me in trouble on the other two Willies.
Let's stop mentioning them like they don't
Liz
mention.
and Tiz.
Let's say our former president. You can say our former platform.
No, because I'm going back. I'm going back over there. I'm going back over there.
Yeah.
To dabble.
Yeah, we could dabble there every now and then.
Yeah, I'll stick the tip in over there, but I'm gonna make Rumble squirt. If you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah, Lummy, I watched your goat report yesterday.
Yes, thank you for participating.
Now, Lummy, I told you to Kevin Kiermaier those off camera, not on camera.
Oh, they were off camera.
I don't know. I got 4 eggs here. Oh my God, they're all gone. What happened to them?
I moved them with a nice bag. I was waiting for the ducks to come so I could show them. Blitz told me how to do it correctly.
Oh, okay. I wasn't wanting you to.
Are you going to do that again today?
Act like you were doing a crow, doing a crow hop.
Oh, jeez, they're in the front too.
Yeah, you got a few eggs in the front too,
Let
maybe.
me crow hop it like you're Kevin Kiermaier gunning a guy down at first. Or
Oh yeah,
at home.
that's how we transfer them, with a pillow and a bag. Kevin Kiermaier.
Crow hopping, throwing a guy out at home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I was watching your goat report, which is on our YouTube channel. Which, by the way, now that you're all you Rumblers, don't forget we have a YouTube and a Facebook that you can go to. Appreciate that. And it seems like we're trying to put everything on Rumble. So when we post something up on YouTube, Blitz put this setting on a few months ago. But when we put something up on our YouTube, it automatically goes to our Rumble as well.
Correct. Even live stuff that you do just on YouTube will end up on Rumble. It's not necessarily live on Rumble, but it will go over there.
We're going to blow up on Rumble, and then the guy down in Longboat Key is going to have lunch with me, and we're going to be best buddies.
Yeah.
Just telling you that right now. So anyway, Lummy, it looks like your goats are so misbehaved. They just, like...
I try to have them misbehave on that camera. People like it. So I try to get them worked up.
Oh, is that what it is? Is all for show?
Yeah, I try to get them. That's why I put the strawberries on the thing. So then Baby tries to go after it, and Hootie tries to keep them off. They play a
And
little
Baby
battle.
really is into BFing.
Actually, if you notice, Hootie got after him and tried to BF him.
No, I will tell you this. So Friday, I swing by the studios because I forgot my laptop in the studio, and I needed it, and I needed to get a few things, and Blitz, I remember I ordered a few more rings.
Yes.
They came Friday, too.
Awesome.
So I got those. I'm getting those sent out to a couple people that I forgot. And so I'm here Friday, and I kind of go to the back area, Lummy, because I'm looking around, make sure my golf cart's all plugged in, and make sure everything's all locked up. And the goats are in the corner, that corner over there, Lummy. So what would that be? That would be
the far corner, you mean?
the northwest corner.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Now, if you see, Lummy, on the northwest side of their condo, it has that black mesh fencing, except for like maybe 3 sections.
Yep.
Now, was those originally meshed and they've fallen down, or they never have been meshed?
They've never been meshed.
Okay, well, we might want to mesh them.
Yeah.
Because the homeless guys now are feeding the goats.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, so I tell Merch Crick, what are the goats doing in that corner? And I think there's a dude over there.
Oh, no.
And there's a Mexican dude sitting in a lawn chair feeding the goats.
Oh, my God.
And the goats are just happy as hell. They're up against the fence, and the guy's cutting off branches on his side of the fence and throwing them on our side of the fence. So I walked over there, and I go, hey, what's going on? And he, no habla inglés.
Of course.
I'm like, oh, okay, great. Well, I said, are you homeless? And he says, no.
So you do speak English. Yeah.
So I go, well, if you could, and I don't know if he could understand any of this. I go, if you could not feed the goats, I would appreciate it. And he was just like, oh, watch goats. You know, I mean, like, I don't know what he said.
Right.
Needless to say, I mean, I don't know if I like people. And he had a chair. He had a lawn chair. And he was sitting right there. And, you know, kind of.
You know what he said to his friend when he walked away? He said, haha, this guy doesn't think I speak English. However, I speak it very clearly.
Well, he's going to, I mean, I'm just afraid, you know, that.
Yeah.
Did you see all the signs that Next Door put up?
No.
Oh, they put no trespassing, no parking. I took a picture. I'll send it because I went there to.
I want to put one. I want to put one of our signs up too.
Yeah, and there were still cars there, and they parked right next to the no parking sign.
You go put a little sign up that says "Don't feed the goats."
No,
don't
but
feed the animals.
This easement to this part of the building, the west side of the building. This easement, which is kind of woody, it's a little woody, if you will, like it's a little woodsy, is really starting to be a homeless hangout.
So why don't we clear it?
Well,
if
I don't
it's
know.
an easement, then you have the right to clear it. It's no longer an easement if it's overgrown.
No, it's the city owns it.
Oh.
That's what he means.
Yeah, the city owns it, and they have I don't know if they'll ever do it, but they have the ability to take, what's that road right out there, Blitz, that they can extend it to the
I don't remember what it's called.
whatever
but
road. Yeah, the road that right
Technically,
there.
there's supposed to be a road that goes back there.
The easement is made so that they could potentially put a road connecting,
that next street down.
Which I don't think a road would be that bad.
So it would be parallel to Nassau?
Yeah. Well, no. The road would be like this.
Yes.
Look,
Between the two buildings. Okay.
and go to that next
road.
road.
Where the stop sign is, we'll just go straight. is what you're saying. Now I understand. Okay.
Right. Which, Blitz, I think that a road being there might kind of suck with regards to traffic, but it's certain people couldn't live there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's good and bad about it.
I don't know if they're ever going to build a road or not, but what they are doing is attracting a lot of homeless people.
I mean, we said the same thing about the old studios, that they're never going to build a road there, never going to redo it. And
Jesus.
They sure did.
They knocked that whole big building down.
I know.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, that big building on the corner that I wanted you to throw rocks into. Yeah. It's completely.
But I'm saying, when you had the old studios, there was that building next door to the west.
Oh,
and there was
yeah.
never a road there. Now it's like roads and buildings and all kinds.
Yeah, between that and Dex Imaging.
Yeah,
and Dex Imaging has bought everything.
Mm-hmm.
See, now this is yesterday.
Double click on it.
Look at the no parking sign. Car just right next to it.
I'm telling you, man, if I had I'm going to get a hold of Gino from Falco and just get my airsoft.
Valken.
And I literally could just pop over. I could have like one of those. Blitz could give me a helmet that has bushes on top of it. He could give me like a little helmet. Get me a little helmet that's got bushes on top of it, and I could just and that our side of the fence, Lummy, is very bushy, so I could just clear out just enough so my barrel. But you could even probably put bushes on my barrel, could you not?
Of course.
Gilly up my barrel, and then just pepper. Right on the window, not because you could dent his paint. But if this guy's sitting here and he hears, or shoot the hubcaps, right?
I mean, us and mainly AAA, they need to just put one of those motion-sensitive sprinklers so that anytime someone pulls up there, just all over the car. They're not going to stay there.
Yeah, because they put up three signs there now. No trespassing, no parking,
Those are
no
bull
parking.
crap. I'm putting my signs up.
Unless you have the tow sign with the number, then it's useless. People will still park. If you have I'm going to tow you, and here's the company that you're going to get towed by, then they do not.
Here's the deal, Blitz. If we were to, this is just, we're just spitting. We're just
spitballing.
Blitzy, we're just idea spitballing, okay?
Right.
But first of all, if I was to be on the other side of the containers, on the goat side of the containers, and you hollow me out a little area over there, and so that way from the road they can't see me, because if I was on if I was on this side of and like the regular parking lot where you guys park, they could potentially pull out and see me on my little ladder, light them up.
Yeah.
But if I'm on, first of all, that gate's got the gate, close the gate. It's got that black stuff. You really can't see too good through there.
Nope.
and then I'm on the other side of the containers. There's no way you can see me. I get one of those little step stools that I use to work on my car.
Yeah.
And I ghillie up an airsoft gun.
Just do some like Taliban celebrating, like you shoot up in the air and just
No.
hit a plane.
No,
Oh,
Dan. Dan, you just blow the hell out of their hubcaps and their windows with those little airsoft deals. You know what it sounds like when they're gonna be out of there, and they're not gonna know where they came from. I mean, if they come in, first of all, our gate's closed, and second of all, even if they parked right in front of our place and tried to look back there, as long as I'm staying put.
Oh yeah, they're not seeing anything.
They're not seeing nothing.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna Blitz. I'm gonna actually put you and Gino on an email today.
All right, we need some stuff anyway. So.
Yeah, and even if it's just, we don't even necessarily need, like, if we just made our stuff better.
Yeah.
With new batteries and magazines and whatever we need, and ammo. He probably needs to send a bunch of ammo because I'm going to be going through a lot of ammo. Dan, would you sit out watch with me? It almost might be fun.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Just to be sitting out there and peppering a guy.
Yeah, when I got here yesterday, there was 3 cars, and then obviously when I left, I went back over there, and there was only
What's
one.
this, Lummy?
I went to my
I didn't
office.
send that.
That's what you need. Just a little sprinkler.
It's great.
All right, hold on here. So this guy is rolling up, and then this.
He said people steal stuff out of his truck. That's it. It's just motion activated sprinkler.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right in the face. Exactly. I rolled up to my office yesterday to see a patient, and there was a homeless person sleeping like in blankets in my parking spot. I almost ran over him.
Oh yeah, because it's covered.
Had you run over him, would you have been in trouble?
Probably.
Yeah, you can't just run over people because they're parking in your parking spot.
Dan, like, officer, I come in hot, my car's low.
Yeah, what am I going to do?
And then Dan would be more mad that he took out, his $17,000 front spoiler.
Yeah.
Right?
Dumbass.
No, $17,000, probably $37,000.
No, I was in the beater Porsche, so I just would have run over them and broken them.
Mm-hmm. Let me go to words. I'm not too far.
They won't sleep there next time.
Nope.
I got bear spray too, and liquid ass.
Well, I don't want liquid ass because I don't want it to smell like liquid ass next time I pull up.
Yeah, I think airsoft in them. And
should airsoft the homeless people in my parking lot too?
Maybe.
It's just airsoft.
I mean,
everybody.
but you don't see, Dan. You don't have the ability to hide. Your parking lot's wide open in the middle of everywhere.
Right.
We got little nooks and crannies here, and got overgrown. It's like Vietnam over there. We just got to cut out a little area, and I would try not to hit their paint. And I don't even know, Blitz, from that distance if it would.
It probably wouldn't do anything.
Yeah. But
it would scare him at least.
It would scare him. Then rumor would get out. Hey, don't go park there, man. Somebody's got something. It would take them a while to even figure out what it is.
Well, next weekend I'm going with firecrackers.
For the homeless guy?
Yeah, I'm not having naps in my place anymore.
Blitz,
They're gonna get waking up to a revelry of fireworks.
You're gonna throw like one of those black cat 50 packs.
Nah, like the 500 pack.
The whole
one that
roll?
goes the whole
roll?
thing. The whole thing. That one of those big old things is like 500.
Like a wagon wheel?
Yeah, like a wagon wheel.
You're gonna throw a wagon wheel on a homeless guy?
Mofo!
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Yeah. Next day, Dan comes back. The homeless guys took a crap on your Ferrari.
Whatever. I'm not tolerating that anymore. You're not sleeping in my... Is that what is a 500 firecracker wagon wheel? I need to get one of them. That's what I'm doing next time. 100%.
Might need to do that here with our homeless problem.
You guys want to sleep at my place? You're gonna get my alarm clock.
Wagon wheel.
Yeah, my wagon wheel alarm clock.
What'd you say to him?
I didn't say anything. I just quietly. I just wanted to get in there and get out of there. I didn't want an altercation. I decided to leave it alone.
Out a little bit.
because I had to leave my car there because I had to go in the office. So I was like, get in an altercation and leave my car there? That didn't make sense. And when I came back out, he was gone. So.
You knew to get stepping.
Mm-hmm. But I'm going to just start going every morning and just drop off a wagon wheel.
He's going to move down the street. Kind of like the guys we have around here. I've noticed a lot of people, they have like a vehicle at least.
Oh, that's a good idea. Put Lummy over there like a homeless person. I can come out and shoot you, but not really shoot you, but pretend like I'm shooting you like a crazy person. Then they may not go.
And then they try to attack you to protect the other homeless person.
Lummy would be so afraid of them.
They have a bunch of blanks.
Dan wants me to dress up as a homeless person and shoot me.
Play shoot you.
Yes. like Alec Baldwin.
Yes, exactly. Russ style.
Afraid of everything.
Russ style.
I was going to go talk to that person yesterday, but didn't really.
Call it performance art.
Windows rejected.
Did you wash your beer, Dan?
Yes.
Looks a lot better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last night, Dahmer came over.
Oh, okay.
I want to see what those bitches say.
Makes it look way better.
It does look way better when it's clean. It's amazing how.
I like
nice
it was
looks
kind of
clean.
dirty, but like whatever. But now that it's clean, it's like damn, it looks good.
I know, it's so funny.
It takes a few years off of it.
It really does.
I know.
It's youthful.
Yeah.
Youthful color rush. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Fireworks.
Doing horny cat, scaredy cat.
What's a hockey puck grenade on Die Hard?
Where he rolls it, like throws it out, slides up into it.
Slides.
Slide and slide, baby, slide.
Although they'd probably break it. One of those. Put it on a timer. Have one of those automatic sprinklers, so they only goes off from like midnight to 4 a.m. or something, because they're not going to stay there if they keep getting wet. Put it right on the top of that.
Oh, like almost like a fire extinguisher type sprinkler.
Yeah, but
I know what you're talking about.
The thing that was in the back of that truck.
But just put like a spray on top. Just sprays.
Yeah, well,
sprays
it just does it like in that little area, but it's motion sensitive, so like it only does it when there's motion.
So, Butchie, look, this guy's got 1,400 watching.
Yeah.
And he's Front Page Willie, and we got more than that.
But he's a featured guy, because they manually did that.
Oh. Which we might become that if we keep kicking ass, right?
Yeah, we will.
Now, how many banks are crashed now?
Was it like 4 or something?
4.
Bank of Bubba crashed a long time ago, but how many? 4?
So far, 4.
I think it's 4.
But Credit Suisse almost took a dump, and then
Somebody bought 'em
someone's
out.
buying them.
Yeah.
For cheap.
I guess Goldman Sachs is having a bad because they did the Apple Card thing. You know, they're the only ones that did the Apple Card, and they're like losing their ass on it.
Because the Apple Card sucks.
Listen, look at this.
4.
It says total 5,000. We already have 5,300 views.
Yep.
Is that from people watching the old stuff? And
No, it's total people that have clicked on it and
oh fuck, that's great.
Yeah.
Fuck Twitch. Hey Twitch, I said it. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, okay. Dr. Dan, how you doing on the motherfucking SIGs?
Good. You haven't seen me walk out there on smoking.
No, but I know that Alan way
I do want to kill a motherfucker.
and at work today, is today office?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's easier to smoke at office than it is surgery, right?
Yes and no. Between cases, you're sitting around for 30 minutes with nothing to do, so.
Hey, Blitz, I just put you and Gino on an email.
Okay.
If you could really be proactive on that.
Yes.
And I don't think we have to get any new stuff unless you see something you want.
All right.
Because I want to really start shooting these Uber guys.
Sounds good.
Well, I'm going to have the merch crick go over there like she's an Uber girl.
Oh, yeah?
And she's like sitting there. But really, she'll be running tape of the dude that I'm shooting so we can get a better reaction.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
How do I get one of those Uber Lyft lights?
Go to eBay or probably Amazon.
Yeah, I probably need to get one of those.
Yeah.
And then if she puts like an Uber Lyft light in her car, and then be like, she's just Uber lifting too, right?
Yeah. Especially
really, she's rolling tape. I'll have her, park right by the guy I'm getting ready to light up.
Yeah, with his windows
because
down.
Blitz, otherwise I wouldn't be able to I couldn't really be able to get good footage of it.
Right.
I'm just going to light his ass up. Can't wait. Gino and Falcon, if you need anything, do they make paintball? Do they do paintball stuff? Airsoft stuff? Go to Falcon, V-A-L, is it K-E-N?
K-E-N, yeah.
V-A-L-K-E-N. My boy Gino's owned it for years. They're like huge into that space. They're like some of the biggest people in the airsoft paintball space. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Who am I calling right now?
You called us.
Well, who do you think that you're calling?
Bubba Love Sponge?
Yeah, that's me. And who are you?
Jeez. Okay, you must be doing a commercial, so there's a time delay.
Well, there is a little bit of a time delay, sometimes up to a minute, but
there you go.
Yeah,
all right,
there you go.
Now I can focus it.
Yeah. Now where are you? Now hold on. Where are you watching and or listening us, sir?
Actually, right now, YouTube.
Okay, perfect. YouTube. Okay, so normally Monday through Friday, you'll be able to visually watch us, YouTube, Facebook, or our new place, Rumble, all at the Bubba Army. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I was down. My name's Chris Daniels. Let me knows the name.
Yeah.
And by the way, Brian from Philly, 50 on Venmo. Thank you so very much. So, Chris Daniels, how are you today, buddy?
Oh man, I'm hanging in there.
Are you drunk? Have you had a few, kid?
No, I wish I did.
No, he's just Chris Daniels.
Chris Daniels, 1966.
Yeah. Okay, so Chris Daniels, what can I do? What can I do?
Daniels, 1966.
Yeah. What's going on, Chris, buddy?
Well, see, I had a stroke, so
okay.
I'm
sorry.
I'm 57, so I apologize.
And I do too, as well, by saying you had slurred speech. Didn't know you had a stroke deal, so I profusely apologize for trying to make a little bit of fun of you.
Yeah, it's Lummy's fault.
That's okay, but
how many guys have? Hey, Chris Daniels, how many guys have ever made fun of you and then apologized for making fun of you, buddy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I never counted,
Right.
but I appreciate it. I've been listening to you guys for a long time. My brother is a truck driver. He turned me on to you
Right.
guys.
We're absolutely
I
number
lived
one
in Largo.
with truck drivers.
I lived in Largo for a while, and even Blitz, when unfortunately his dog died before that, we talked about at one point meeting up and putting our two dogs together in the park, but it just never happened.
You mean like a mate, like having have Colt mate?
No,
play date.
Oh.
Play date.
Yeah.
Although was Colt fixed, Blitz, or no?
He was not.
It's too bad you didn't.
That's the only regret I have.
No, like I'm being for real.
I am too.
Like if you could have found a super, really nice looking female Dobie.
And I tried to, and anyone that was nice were fixed.
Oh, damn it.
The ones that seemed to be not fixed were not. So
yeah. And it would have been a little. It would have been a little Colt.
I know.
And usually with that, don't they Isn't kind of the underwritten rule is if you do breed your two dogs, like you get the man you get a pick of a litter.
Usually yes.
Yeah,
that's like I said. The only regret I have with him is that I didn't breed him.
Yeah, damn
so
it.
bitches are nicer when they're fixed.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I remember Colt. That it was a long time ago because I've had so many health problems. But now I'm getting better, and I'm
well.
starting to get back
if you were fat, We have a remedy for that. Dr. Diaco's got the Ozempic deal going on, and whether it's like that last 10 stubborn pounds for a lady or, the 86 that my fat ass needs to lose, you can call 8888. That's 4 8s and the word Diacos, DIACOS, and get it for about half of what most people are charging, the Ozempic diet.
Okay, now let's go back to the favor I need.
Oh, well, hold on. I didn't know. Hold on. We didn't never establish that you needed a favor, kid.
Well, okay. I need, and first off, I want to say hi to Dr. Dan because he helped us out before. But
Dr. Dan has helped out
so
a lot of people.
So now it's your turn to do me a favor.
Dan, easy. Dan, just hard tell what you're going to ask for. Probably just shut up and hang up, and that's not necessarily user-friendly. So, Dan's a little irritable right now. It's his first day off the camels. So, what can we do for you, my friend?
Okay. I'm not going to get into the story, but I had to loan my truck out yesterday because I had a hitch and all that. And I can't drive anymore, but I went with my neighbor who his son was going through a divorce. But anyway, when I mentioned your name, they didn't even know you were still in the air, so I told them where to find you.
Well, most people don't, buddy. I mean, it's most people don't know that I'm back or where you can get me or whatever. That's why we're trying to be as slutty as we can and be on all kinds of different places at the same time. You got us on YouTube. Some people have us on Facebook. A lot of people have us on Rumble right now. A lot of people are listening to us on terrestrial radio like Florida Man Radio or 98 Rock in Charleston. A lot of people are listening to the Bubba Army app or BubbaRadio.com or the TuneIn deal. I mean, we're sluts. We spread it wide, kid.
No, I trust me, I know, and I know why you have to do it. But what I need is I'm going to order like 4 sweatshirts, and I was wondering if you would autograph them.
Yeah, and now if you order 4 things from our merchandise Bubba Army shop or BubbaArmyStore.com, and you put in there in the notes, I'd like these autographed, the merch crick will definitely, she will get it done. Absolutely. And specify, you could have me, you can have Dan, you can have Anna, you can have the entire show, you can have selective people. Just tell us who you'd like for it to sign.
Just read.
Would you do the whole show?
Yeah, if you asked for it, yes, we would. We're yes.
All right, buddy. That's Bubba. I love you. I've been listening to you for I don't even know how long. Sorry, I'm shaking. It's part of the process I got to go through. Oh, hey, Bubba, I got an odd thing that just popped up. My mother moved in my house. She also had a stroke, and she wants to say hi to you.
Oh, no. This is
passing the phone.
Don't do it.
This is what Lummy loves doing.
This is good. This is good. Let's get to...
She's 84. Just
Okay.
All right. Pacifier,
All
okay?
right. She's on a pacifier?
No, but she should.
Okay.
Good morning, Bubba. This is Barbara.
Hi, Barbara. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. It's cold up here.
I got to tell you, Barbara, for 84, you sound really good. You really do.
Sound better than your son.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And Barbara, what part of what did you say, Pennsylvania? You guys from?
We are originally from Delaware County, Pennsylvania. My daughter and I moved down to Largo in 1998.
Right.
And then I wanted to see the changes of scenes and the snow. Well, we didn't get disappointed this year because
I know, but Barbara, boy, if you had it all to think over again back when you were a little more spry, you would. I mean, it would have been probably cool to stay here because it sucks up there. Let's be honest.
And I want to say hi and good morning to Dr. Dan and Lummy.
Thank you. Good morning.
And Blitz down there. We almost met him when we lived in Largo, but we didn't. Listen, you guys do such wonderful work, so God bless you all for that. I'll put Chris back on the phone.
Well, Barbara, you know what? I got to tell you, you sound like a pretty cool mom, and I hope that you get continued great health, my friend.
Thank you so much, and you too.
All right, Barbara. Thank you, Barbara.
Thanks, Barb.
Thanks.
She was
Your
mom's refreshing.
Hey, what's your name?
Chris.
Chris. New rule. I like your mom more than I like you, buddy. Your mom's cool as hell. New rule. State law.
That's
New rule.
okay. You know what? That's a compliment. I like my mother, too.
Tell your mom that she resonates far better than you do. I like her a lot.
I'm going to tell you something. She adopted me and my brothers because she didn't have kids. And my father died when I was 21, but he was 50. And I'm going to tell you something. I couldn't have a better mother because they gave me everything I needed in life with education, street smarts.
Well,
I love
more
her.
importantly, you need to take care of her in her latter years and make sure that she, some of the things that she may have wanted to do over her lifetime, that her bucket list, nonetheless, you need to try to make her, do as many cool things as you can for your mom, because it's hard telling where your orphan ass would have ended up if that wonderful lady wouldn't have come in and saved you.
You're 100% right. I agree, and I try to do best I can.
All right.
Good.
So, listen, I'm glad you found me. If you go to Bubba Army store, Bubba Army shop, BubbaArmyMerch.com,
and put a note.
And put a note. I'd like these signed by everybody on the show, or just Dan, or Blitz and Honor, or whoever, whatever the hell the combination you'd like. Just put it in there.
Everybody. I was surprised that these people even. I took them up to my office, and they actually knew you, but they didn't know you were on.
Yeah, that tends to be a problem. A lot of people have heard of us. We're very infamous, but they don't know how to get us nonetheless. But now you do, and your 84-year-old mom or 3 knows how to as well. So put an order in, and specifically tell me what size your mom wears, because I'd like to throw some free stuff in for her.
Oh, you know what? I appreciate that. She'll get excited over that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, my man. Listen, I got to go. Chris Daniels, 1964, or whatever the hell you are. And
66.
We look forward to seeing your order. We look forward to signing and autographing whatever you want. And more importantly, take care of your precious mother.
I will. And Dan, thank you so much. You did help me a couple times.
You're welcome.
Thank you, buddy. Dan has helped many people get through their orgasmic moment by his topless shot that Lummy has right there.
Yes.
Such as U.S. Americans. His mom sounded so proud. She reminded me like an Arlene.
Yeah,
she was just so cool. My mom. She was so cool. Yeah. How old is your mom?
84.
Same age.
There you go.
Yeah. And I'm 66 too.
Yeah, you're 66.
Born in 66.
No, I know.
No.
When you'll never be 66
no,
in age. I mean, even when you are 66, you're going to tell people you're 45.
Yeah.
Blitz, here's what I understand. They got equipment that you could literally take a skid steer. They have even, like Larry Plummer has seaweed removal equipment, okay?
Yeah.
A lot of municipalities do.
Yes.
A lot of seaweed in Indiana.
No, there
they still have it, is what you're saying. Even he has it.
Yes. And you hook it up to a skid steer, and it's kind of like a Harley rake kind of deal, and it doesn't get a bunch of sand. It just kind of separates the seaweed, and you can dispose of seaweed not quickly, but you get a couple of guys out there for 3-4 hours in the morning, and you could at least clear a large portion of the beach. I don't know why. Various municipalities, are not doing this with this big seaweed caper we got going on here in Florida. What did you send me here, Lummy?
I didn't send that.
Oh, is this his mother?
Yes. There's a few pictures.
Oh, look at her.
Is that with the new doggy?
Yeah. If you
right here like this.
That's Jay's dog.
Yep.
Aww.
Hold on. That looks like. Oh, that's Arlene?
That is Arlene.
Yeah, hold on.
You thought it was the other woman. I
thought it was the other. I'm like, hold on. That guy's mom could be Arlene's sister. That's Arlene. Your mom is so goddamn pimp. She is so pimp. Look how good she looks.
Thank you.
Is that Steven's house? Is that
no? It's Jay's new dog.
Yeah, it's
Jay's
Ripley.
puppy.
She likes Jay more than Danny.
No, she just likes the puppy dog. Everyone likes puppies.
She doesn't even like either one. She likes the puppy dogs.
She doesn't like either of us. Exactly.
How's the puppy dog doing
pretty well, I think.
In the Diaco household?
Pretty well. Everyone loves him.
Here is this
wild.
big
Smelly, rotting seaweed are washing up on the shore in record amounts, decorating the sand with brown carpets, twisting and tangling around the ankles of beach visitors, keeping a lot of folks at bay.
Now, I'm telling you right now, 2 guys that started at sunup, and Blitz, these skid steers even have lights on them.
I know.
So you can have
4 a.m.
or whatever. Like when the beach, how about when the beach closes and as it floats in, you just go in?
A lot of our local beaches do that.
Okay.
Smells bad.
But so they
But
pick
not
the beach.
all of them.
And it looks kind of like a leftover food with too much soy sauce on it.
From the view up top, you can see just how much of the beach it covers, worrying about their tourism dollars. Why go to Miami if you can't go to the beach?
I could have, me and Larry Plummer could have this whole area cleaned in about an hour.
You know, Bubba, and these beaches in Florida, the property taxes in front of the beach, on the houses on the beach, are astronomical. The towns where these beaches are located rely on tourism. March is probably the biggest tourism month of the year.
March, April.
For Florida. And some of these ass clown mayors aren't taking care of their beaches. And just like you said, Bubba, with a very basic piece of equipment, they should be able to clean every beach every morning until this is done.
No, the problem is that once it gets over a foot, you can't use the tractors, and then you got to bring in the front loaders. And the problem with the front loaders is you can damage the beach, and then you could also run over the sea turtle eggs.
Yeah. I'm just telling you right now,
kind of stuff.
This stuff kills it all, though.
Lummy, here's the deal.
Does it kill sea turtle eggs?
Lummy.
The arsenic?
Lummy, you could get a skid steer and then put a dump truck up here on the solid ground, and the skid steer uses and then takes it to the dump truck, dumps it in. You have 2 dump trucks waiting. One guy leaves and goes and dumps it wherever they're going to dump it. Next guy, I mean, you could take all of, maybe not all of the beach. You can't get all of the beach, but you could at least clear sections so that people could enjoy the beach better.
But then you're ruining I'm just saying what they say. Then you start digging up too much of the dirt. The guys are going fast. They're not, leaving the sand. So then you get erosion.
Good. Let's just go ahead and keep the seaweed. What's the alternative? What happens?
The seaweed, it releases arsenic. They're saying, some fish like it. But if you look at what they were talking about the seaweed 2 weeks ago, they talk about the seaweed is associated with a giant dead zone of death.
So let me ask you a question.
Of destruction.
Blitz,
it's destructive.
Environmentally, what happens if you don't remove the seaweed?
Chokes out.
So in the water, the seaweed's kind of a good thing, actually.
Right, it's a filter.
It takes the oxygen out of the water.
No, it takes the CO2
No,
out.
you're thinking that, yeah.
It's actually good for it.
All right, but once it hits the beach,
land, that's when they can release toxins and stuff.
Okay, so like if they don't do anything, does it eventually, when high tide comes, it floats back out?
Yeah, it like shrivels up and then dries up and then it'll float back out.
That's a long process, though.
It is, yes.
Is that gonna? I mean, I'm a spring breaker from Idaho, and it's gonna ruin my weekend.
But also, if you leave it, Bubba, if you do leave it to what's released goes back into the water, and that also causes red tide.
Yeah, that's toxic.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
Larry
why.
Plummer and 2 of his boys out there with a skid steer and a Harley rake, getting that taken care of. All right, so we ran over a few sea turtle eggs. So the guys were going a little too fast.
Yeah, but you can't say that.
No, I'm just saying.
I know.
But we did it from 9 p.m. until 6 a.m. We had a night crew that went and got
all of it.
75% of the beach clear, and the other part we can't get to.
Well, I think a lot of beaches do that. However, like it only takes maybe a few minutes for this to happen again. So
yeah. Barbados said that when it passed by, they used 1,600 dump trucks a day to clean up the beaches.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey,
how you doing, Bubba?
1,600 dump trucks a day, and we're able to keep our tourism. Or
but like the thing is about like they'll clean it all night long, and then by like if they stop at 6:30, by 7 a.m. it looks like that on the beach again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Bubba?
Good. When I was at Warsaw, we had these things like these pontoon boats that would get it in the water.
We should be doing that as
Well,
well.
they can for if it's not too thick.
Like in the Hillsborough River, they have those.
Yeah, they could use nets, but once it gets like 4 or 5 feet deep.
That link I sent you was for the surf rake. Like they have things like that.
Send it back to me. I think I missed it. Hello, go ahead.
This stuff's like 6 feet
Hey.
deep.
Good morning, guys. Great show, as always. We got the same issue down here in Longville. Our tractors run from 6:30 a.m. till 9 a.m., and they scrape the whole beach all the way down. They got loaders sitting in the street, and they transfer. It's all gone by 12 noon.
This is what Larry Plummer's got. He's got one of these, Blitz, and he takes them to the multiple beaches there in Warsaw.
Sure.
and it pretty much kicks ass. Does it show any videos on here?
At the very top, kind of does. If you just let it go, all the way up, that you can see it kind of moving.
Yeah. There you go, Surf Rake Willie. Look at this. Yeah, Dan, you got a couple guys out pulling the surf rake, and you know.
And most beaches around here do have many of those.
But once it gets over a foot, they can't use it anymore.
Right.
Yeah, you can't use those little rakes for garbage. You can't even use a skid steer hardly. You need a big deer or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, it comes in tonnage. You know?
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like some of it's 5 to 6 feet deep.
Yeah, when I used to do the seaweed patrol at Pike Lake and Center Lake, it would, and not only that, but it's so wet and heavy that a lot of the dump trucks, you could put half a loads in there because it retains. All right, buddy. Jesus
the guy's in the back of a bowling alley or something?
What, you back here racking the pins up, buddy? My Lord. Stop.
Here hope to see their nice, clean beach again.
Man, I'm just telling you. I would at least attempt.
And they fighting
do
it every day.
Yeah,
well,
they
the
do.
thing is that's been happening since 2011. So you think they would have come up with a better solution?
I think we should have some kind of chemical we could throw in the water and kills them.
Turns to green.
Yeah, I mean, you go out a couple miles, you throw this chemical, it kills the seaweed out there.
And everything in it.
Sure. I mean, should we get a few fish? We get a few dolphins.
Whatever, dude.
Grandma doesn't have any seaweed to deal with when she's laying out.
Save the turtles.
Tanning her boobs.
Streaming on CBS News Los Angeles.
This is a girl from Los Angeles that I think, did she die?
No.
Did she stroke out?
No.
She had a heart condition, they said. So, a known heart condition.
Here at the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, we want to say that we don't find heart conditions funny and that we are thinking about this woman and her recovery. And we have a doctor on the show, too.
And I'm Michelle Medina in for Sheba, who is ready for some sunshine.
Sheba, show us the sunshine.
I know I am. Let's start off with a check of your next weather with meteorologist Alyssa Carlson. She joins us live in the studio. Alyssa, this really is the calm before the storm.
Not again. No.
It almost looks so fake that it looks like a Saturday Night Live skit. Does
Right.
it?
It really does.
Yeah.
It really does.
Start off with a check of your next weather with meteorologist Alyssa Carlson. She joins us live.
Now you can see
She's smiling. She's normal.
but you can see that her internal wiring is starting to kind of malfunction here.
Yep,
So she knows
starting
that
to unravel.
So she knows she needs to put her arm down. And she thinks that she can pull through it, and then total meltdown.
Live in the studio. Alyssa, this really is the calm.
Here we go.
You can see her eyes are
rolled back.
Yeah, she's done. And they think she's like playing about the weather or something. They don't know what's going on.
Not again. No.
And when they say, interestingly, they say not again.
We're going to go ahead and go to break right now.
This happened to her before.
Yeah, it did.
This is the second time it's happened to her.
2014.
Can you send me the 14 one if you could?
I don't know if it was on camera. Back in 2014 when she was working at another network, she vomited on set during a weather report and as a result was diagnosed with leaky heart valve.
So these ladies might know, I mean, obviously by their reaction by saying, oh, no, not again, that they may be familiar with said, other thing, right?
No, I don't think so. I think they were just talking about the weather.
Yeah. Oh, they're just saying, oh, no, the weather's
just
bad
yucking
again.
it up. They're like, oh, don't tell me it's rainy again.
Yeah. Oh, and like she was going to put her head down to the ground.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no, not crappy weather again.
Right.
Not knowing that she was going to have a full-blown yippee-yo, right?
Start off with a check of your next weather with meteorologist Alyssa Carlson. She joins us live in the studio. Alyssa, this really is the calm before the storm.
Not again. Bad weather.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a stroke.
And I think that, she meant like not again, meaning bad storm, bad
This
weather.
really is the calm.
Oh, look, she looks like a zombie here. Look at her eyes. You
Oh,
are breaking up.
The calm before the storm.
Not again. No.
I mean, man, she drops like a rock. Watch her head disappear like a rock. Boom.
It's lucky she hit her chin.
It's almost looked like she was in a trap door, does it not? Watch,
Before
ready?
the storm.
Not again. No.
Fast.
We're going to go ahead and go to break right now.
Yeah.
Poor little thing.
I know.
Really is the calm before the storm.
Not again. No. Oh.
We're going to go ahead and go to break.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Live camera strokes are scary.
Yeah.
Haley, is it Hallie or Haley?
I think it's Hallie, but I don't really know.
Yeah, I think it is.
This was
Hallie
from
Biden.
Friday, actually. I didn't get to it, but is she the latest as they're uncovering all this nonsense to be one of the Bidens that got some China cash?
Yes. Yeah.
But nothing going on here, Bubba.
And she is the widow.
Hey, we're on Rumble. We can talk about it all we want, maybe. I don't know.
And just as a reminder, she is the widow of Bo and then the former lover of Hunter.
They were partners for 3 years.
It's friggin' weird.
Oh, I did get a text from Roger Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah?
And yesterday on Friday, and he's like, hey, I'd like to come on the show next week because I keep getting threatening letters from Joe Biden's or the Biden's personal attorney for me to stop, to cease and desist talking about the Hunter Biden laptop. I guess Roger has been, making all the talking head circles, so to speak, making a big thing and talking about the Hunter Biden laptop. And he actually was told by the Biden attorney to shut it down, which means Roger's not going to shut it down.
Of course
It's like,
not.
can I get on your show next week and talk about it? I'm like, absolutely you
Hell
can.
yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah. I told him I might have a nugget for him.
Exactly.
When it comes to cash, the Bidens are good at keeping it all in the family. Haley, is it Haley? Hallie Biden is now. Her husband Bo died, right?
Of brain cancer.
Right, and then she was dating his brother Hunter
After he died. After Bo dies, she dates Hunter.
Do you think she'll give Hunter brain cancer?
I don't know.
Now, she's the latest family member in the House Oversight Committee. Now, is this going to go anywhere?
Probably not.
Representative James Comer from Kentucky revealed her identity exclusively to the Post.
I'd keep the audio down too, by the way.
That right there?
Yeah, just in case it's a copyright.
Copyright, Willie.
Yeah.
They subpoenaed bank records to show that she had received $35,000 following $1 million Chinese energy deal. Now she got $35,000. That ain't too
for
bad.
doing nothing.
Well, there's possibly
there's Joe.
another
There's
11.
Joe in full sniff position.
There's supposedly another 11 deals that possibly could have been done. Too.
Yeah, it was
There's
one
only
of
one
many.
account. So, again, this is one of those things where, Trump was impeached for asking Ukraine to look into the shady dealings of the Biden family, which turned out to be absolutely valid, absolutely shady, and pervasive among the Russians, Chinese, and Ukrainians. But these things are coming out that the Biden family is actually trading favors for money with China, Russia, and Ukraine, and yet we won't even look at it without being called a conspiracy theorist.
And Trump's going to get arrested this week. Trump's getting arrested this week.
For what?
They're saying Trump's getting arrested this week.
He said tomorrow he's going to be arrested.
And it's a real stretch chicken-s charge.
And here's
They're
the
gonna
deal.
Try to get him on.
Here's the
Trump him
deal.
up on.
The guy that brokered the Hogan sex tape is at the root of it all. Keith Davidson is the one that represented Spice Boy with Hogan at the hotel, in the hotel room at the Sand Pearl Hotel with the FBI in the other room. He's the one that brokered it. He's the one that turned in Donald Trump. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Michael Cohen went to prison. This is all. I mean, if you know where to look, and I know where to look.
You do know,
because I've been. This has been consuming my life. So the FBI hated Donald Trump.
Yes,
they hated him, and they were after him in the Stormy Daniels deal. They were after him from day one on the Stormy Daniels deal
since 2014.
Michael Cohen. This isn't Bubba the Love Sponge feeling sorry for himself, trying to be a martyr or not take responsibility for the Hogan sex tape. Yes, I had a hand in it. I let him blast my wife. But that being said, Michael Cohen was Donald Trump's personal attorney. Michael Cohen, when they were trying to cut a deal with Stormy Daniels, called up Keith Davidson. Stormy Daniels was represented by Keith Davidson, the same guy that represented Spice Boy. And when the feds went to Michael Cohen and said, we want your computer and all correspondence that you've had with Keith Davidson, he told him to pack sand. Get out of here. I'm not giving you anything. The FBI went to Keith Davidson and said, hey, do you remember that Hogan sex tape extortion deal that we let you off on? Do you know we have another 3 years of statute of limitations on it? And if you don't give us all correspondence, do you know I have in my possession the warrant they used for Michael Cohen's computer, and guess who is listed as the cooperating witness? Keith Davidson. The FBI went to Keith Davidson and said, either you turn over all correspondence that you had with Michael Cohen, or we're going to reopen the Hogan extortion case. Did you know that? No.
Do now.
You do now. How else would they have gotten in?
I don't know.
And Keith Davidson said, here you go. Michael Cohen did 3 years in prison, 2 years in prison. Now he's the lead guy that's testifying against Trump. It is an absolute, and I'm tied to this somehow. And Lummy, we got a ton of Stormy Daniels footage, do we not?
Yes, we do.
Any of it going up soon?
Rat's working on it.
Perfect.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
All right. You guys have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, Dan.
Dr. Dan.
Is Jason Costa or?
Yeah, let me get him on.
Bye, D.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye. What's up, Rumble Crew? What it do? I haven't been following this Trump shit at all. Crunch, 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 crunch. Crunch, crunch. 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 Good morning, Maria. Guatemala. Yeah, that bitch fell hard. I believe the Naked Maid is coming in tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me about that. I was gonna mess with her. Let's follow up on this gal. Let's follow up together. Great, thank you for reminding me, because I literally grabbed my phone and then forgot to do it. Alrighty. Let's see what we get. What you crunching, Bubs? Good morning, Dr. Dan's Bloomin' Onion Maker. Onions. Mariupol. I think so. I'll check out that TikTok video during the break. I don't know if she's one of many naked maids. I know she's at least admits to going topless, but I don't know if what else is going on. Yeah. Good morning, Little Wolvers. After birth. After birth. Yeah.
Appreciate you guys hooking up on Rumble.
She's just topless. Have I ever watched the movie 13? No, I have not.
Continue to do so we can blow fucking Rumble out of the water.
Yes.
And be actually treated the way we should have been treated.
With respect. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name.
New sheriff in town in the fucking entertainment world, cuzos.
Bitch, I'm trying to choose story. You're not allowed. Good morning, Gargoyle 34. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A chord. I am excited for Bubba 199. So glad it's happening. Yeah, 1.6, that's what's up. That's how we do. Cublex, what's going on? Crunch, 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 crunch. Crunch. What's up, Grouper Lips? Mm-hmm. Ding dong.
$1,600.
Let's go.
Now tomorrow, the after show. Yeah, smash the like button if you could, please.
Smash like and
I
subscribe.
don't know where it is. All right, here. I think you smash it. Right there.
Right to the trip.
Smash the like button. Because that all matters. We got 1,300 followers, nearly 1,208 followers.
Good morning, Ned's his. The Wheels of Steel.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show. I would say that today's Rumble, and I'm being just dead honest with you, went way better than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think that we would, on our first day of Rumble, do more people than our average day on Twitch on our first day of Rumble. I'm excited. In all after shows, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and even Blumel on Fridays, will be on Rumble. And then when we're allowed back on Twitch, I'll do some stuff over there, and only to promote Rumble.
On the podcast today, we can talk about the reply I just got from Twitch.
For real?
Yes.
Is it what you would expect?
You have to tune into the podcast to find out.
There you go. The podcast will be up and available at noon today, wherever you get your podcast stuff. iHeart, Spotify, Apple, it doesn't matter. Type in The Bubba Army for the podcast. That'll be available at noon. We'll see you on Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, Bubba Army app. Tune in our 7 terrestrial radio stations and BubbaArmyRadio.com tomorrow at 6. Go get the podcast today at noon. Hopefully you'll like it. And if not, we'll see you back on Rumble there tomorrow.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
operations manager and co-host Blitz K,
co-host and show historian Lummox,
co-host Anna Hummel,
co-host Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire of Council, co-host J. Diaco Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council,
the BRN agent Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer. Exactly. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello. I'm back.